All right, man. We back. Another episode of Random Acts of Podcast. It's your boy Ampavelli.
Your boy, Mr. Jefferson.
Man, we got a special guest in the building,
Yes,
making
sir.
his RAOP return all the way out there from Charleston, South Carolina.
Come on.
We got the big homie Mike in the building.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate y'all. What's good? What's good? What's good?
How you feeling, brother? Oh, well, he just let's go ahead and announce that he just dropped his new podcast.
I'm not repeating myself.
I'm
Yes,
not
sir.
repeating it. That's actually a pretty fire name for
It
a
is.
podcast.
I've been
It
getting a
is.
lot of compliments about that name, for real. Yeah.
What sparked the name for you?
Basically, just how, I engage with people when we talk about different things, my opinions and stuff like that. So pretty much, I don't be really in the business of going on and on and on.
Nigga
So
said
it's
I ain't
pretty much-
going back and forth.
Basically, so I had another name, but that was second name. I was like, oh, yeah, let me just go ahead and play with that. I'm not repeating myself podcast. So, yeah, man, just officially dropped. I dropped on Monday on all audio, most popular audio platforms, SoundCloud, Spotify, and Apple, and, of course, on YouTube. Be dropping the video on Tuesdays.
For sure.
So, yeah, I'll be on Monday, Tuesday. And shout out to Amp, too, because Amp definitely helped me as far as the preparation. I thought he was going to hit me with the, figure it out, green ass nigga. But no, my dog definitely helped me out as far as the
I
prep,
got you
man.
this time, but next podcast, if you do another one, I'm gonna charge you the fee.
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up.
nigga
Oh, my.
Hey, before this nigga dropped this podcast, this nigga hit me up. And it was just like, the Young Thug and Lil Durk shit?
Yeah.
When that
Oh,
nigga in the
man.
studio, that's how this nigga was. This nigga,
Hell yeah, it was like that. It was like that meme. It was.
so we had to convert his cover art to JPEG, and this nigga was like, I ain't gonna tell all your business. I was like, I'm gonna say, come on, Mike, come the fuck on.
I'm like, I got to go to this website. All right, do this. But I got it now,
anything
though.
Amp tell you, just do that shit.
Do it. Yeah,
Just
facts.
trust and do that shit.
But my dog definitely had patience with me, though. I appreciate it, though.
For sure.
For sure.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited, man. Definitely, for sure.
Been getting good feedback from it?
Yeah, so far I've been getting some great feedback, especially from those who also in the field of what we doing.
Yes, sir.
You get what I'm saying? Because podding is not easy at all.
Right.
Hell no.
Definitely not easy. So especially when you transition and do it by yourself, you definitely gotta be more aware of what you're talking about, your content, how you're talking, all that. So it's definitely different. But I'm excited, man. And then when I ran it up, I felt comfortable more than anything.
100.
So can't lie and say I wasn't a little bit nervous, but
I mean,
Yeah.
shit, doing a pod by yourself, that's, it takes a lot. For
hell
sure.
yeah, definitely. But it definitely showcases your skills,
For sure.
tests you and all that. So yeah, I'm definitely excited to run it up. Just get to it, man.
Yeah.
For sure.
I ain't gonna front. I couldn't do that shit, bro. I'd be in that bit.
And that's the thing too, like really talking and make sure your sentences are flowing,
Yeah.
cutting back on filler words. I had a few more minutes. All right, I know what I got to look out for as far as that. So
That's definitely
Definitely.
something that I think about quite a bit. And a lot of my friends will tell me, like, oh, you say, you know what I mean, a lot and shit like that. It's a nervous twitch. That's all it is.
yeah,
you know
that's
what I mean?
really what it is.
I think that it takes a lot to get comfortable doing anything, especially when that's not your forte, for sure. Like what you find, not to say what you find a passion, but what you found a passion in throughout your life. You know what I mean? Like
Facts.
podcasting is still very new for anyone to say, like, hey, I'm fully comfortable. You know what I mean? Doing
Hell
this.
yeah.
But I think that if I was to do one by myself, it'd be a whole bunch of bullshit. Like, I'd be on there giving all kinds of conspiracy theories. I'd be talking like about my personal views like crazy.
But you know what's so crazy though? I think both of y'all, especially like all of us, we've been doing when y'all started potting.
About 10 years ago.
Yeah, so I started like around spring 2016. So
Okay.
we all kind of like
Yeah.
around same time frame. You probably be surprised at how good y'all be solo.
that's a point. That's a good
You
point.
probably be surprised how good you would be solo.
I've
Just to run
done
it.
a podcast solo. I just don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like the editing process. That talking is cool, but I never did one where I was like sitting in front of a camera every time I did a solo, I always like did audio only. So it was I chopped all the. I couldn't imagine like sitting in front of
The camera, being engaged with the camera.
Yeah, because you can't chop. It's gonna look robotic like a motherfucker. Right. And even when I do like a YouTube video or something like that, and I need to like introduce it, like nigga, that shit not gonna be perfect. I'm gonna be mumbling through that motherfucker. So yeah, I couldn't imagine doing a 30-minute to hour podcast by myself. I just I probably can do it. I ain't gonna say I
it's all about what you're comfortable with doing.
Yeah.
Everybody got their own thing, and as far as a podcast, I mean, we seen this shit grow legs
for sure
since when we first started.
For sure,
you get what I'm saying? It's a bunch of different avenues as far as podcasting go. Like the only one I really ain't tripping, but the people who be doing the podcast like where they look like they looking away, but talking to somebody else, but they ain't really talking to nobody else. That's the one for sure. I know I probably could not do for sure, bro. It's like, nah, I couldn't do that one. But I mean, I saw this day coming as far as podcasting, like it expanding, it hitting new highs, and you just seeing a lot of shit get filtered. Some shit get through, some don't last.
Right.
So it's all about everybody finding what they find comfortable and what they're willing to do and what they're not willing to do.
For sure.
So it's we're just the messengers that's done.
For the time being, I won't ever say that me and Mo won't record again, but I've definitely felt like, and like I said, I explained it on the first show, this is a journey I felt like I 100% had to take solo by myself. You get what I'm saying? So it was something I thought about, because I don't know if y'all, the last episode we did was in February. So this stretch versus the one that we had like, prior to my sister dying, that was a time where I had to sit back, reflect. I had a lot of conversations with God about it. And I felt like it was ultimately like, this is time for me to get the full reins on it and just run it up solo.
I hear that.
I feel you.
Shout out to Mo too.
Definitely shout out to Mo. Like, and Drew, shout out to VP. VP was she was one of the first people to give me and Mo the opportunity to record. You know what I'm saying? We did it together for 8 years.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's a long time. So I felt like it was beneficial for both of us, and it's just opportunity, just like with anything else. Like see where it takes us individually. You get what I'm saying? So my dog's still in support of me 100%. I'm always been supportive of him or whatever he got going on. But this definitely was something I felt like I needed to just go ahead and jump out on the porch with.
Good. Glad you cleared it up. No Joe Budden shit or anything.
Hell no. Nah, definitely not.
If you modeling your pod around Joe Budden, man.
Nah, but no, hell no. It definitely wasn't no breakup of that nature at all. And I let him know before I even put something out. You get what I'm saying? Now that would have been just crazy.
Yeah.
Just pop up with a new pod and I let him know. But no, I let him know. And I told him, and that was a decision that, like I said, it took me some time to like,
that's
really
always good, because man, fuck the podcast shit. Niggas just gotta make sure they friendships is in
100%. 100%.
Yeah, the podcast could come and go. Niggas everything come and go. So you gotta make sure your friendships are in order, especially if your friendship was there before the podcast. So you gotta make sure that's in order first. So
ain't no sense in losing friends over a podcast. You know what I'm saying?
No, hell no, definitely not. And and like I had shout out Marcus too, because even when Mo couldn't come to record, Marcus will always be on there to basically be like our sixth man, but he will perform just like how we would. You get what I'm saying? So I definitely a shout out to him.
Yeah,
for sure. And it's just when you doing this podcast shit for so long, sometimes, man, and it's like I kind of hit a wall with that shit. I ain't gonna lie. Like over them last 3 months, I was kind of like, dog, am I really supposed to be doing it? And then, cause like I record at my house, so I will walk by my room on Sundays and just be like, I ain't feeling that shit.
Yeah.
But I sat back and I was like, well, what else I'm gonna be doing?
That's real.
Like, what else am I really gonna put time into, money into? I ain't never been paid off it.
I hear that.
So I've been doing it for 8 years. I might as well just keep it running.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I'm excited more than anything, man.
For sure. I think that when those questions arise with podcasts, you kind of got to look deep within. You know what I mean? I'm sure Amp has had his moment. I've certainly had mine to where it's like, okay, because I've said the story before countless times, but I never really saw myself podcasting. You know what I mean? After I got out of music, it was like, all right, what do I do? You know what I mean? Took a few years to just try and figure out my direction. Amp called and like, yo, come back, get on the pod, you know, with me. And then the safe house and everything like that, right? As I'm trying to pursue the creative journey, there are definitely times to where you juggle so many thoughts. It's like, damn, I might need a break so that I can focus on one thing. And for me, it's like, like I say, you got to look within and say, why do I do this, right? One, the pod, I always laugh when I say this because of Amp. The podcast has become therapeutic. I'll never forget our first therapy session when Devin and I was going at it. Man, that shit was so
Bro, I still
funny,
think about that video when you had this nigga on your back,
bro.
I'm like, bro,
Yeah, hey.
this dude is crazy, man.
Hey, man, we're going to keep it live. That's for sure. But the podcast has definitely been therapeutic. I think that it also helps to hone in a lot of skills. You know what I'm saying? Hone in on purpose, passions, things like that. Helps me to find different approaches to things, you know, whether it's talking to people, networking, creating opportunities, things like that. I'm always using a podcast as some form of like a gauge to where I could go, you know?
Right.
Seeing some of the heights that we've climbed over 10 years is a long time,
Hell yeah.
but 10 years is also short.
It
you know what I'm
is.
saying? It's like,
It is at the same time, because when you look back, you be like, damn.
bro, blink of an eye.
10 already done?
Blink of an eye. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's
I
insane.
remember the very first podcast I was on with y'all. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like, damn, this time has been nothing. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, it's like, yo, this time has been so much. And especially since I moved back and been here in studio and on the pod consistently, man, I feel like we've climbed mountains. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, it's also crazy because it's like this is the 10th year, but it's like it feel like niggas just really getting started for
100%.
Because it's like ever since this like year started, it's like everything just been clicking, and it's like, and you know how you get the feeling like, damn, the shit about to really go crazy. I've been getting that feeling.
That
a lot
feeling,
lately.
yes.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, I feel like it's this year gonna be the year, but it's like, damn, it took 10 years to get it, but
Right.
it's like we've been working consistently at it.
Well, you know, I've heard before people say it usually take 10 years to really hit like
Anything,
that
yeah.
greatness,
Yep.
that real entry to greatness. And at first, when you first started off, you be like, damn, like if you was to know back then, all right, yeah, it's going to take you about 10, 15 years to get to this. Mm-hmm. But you don't.
Probably when it did it.
Right.
When they did it.
It's like eating an elephant. You know what I mean? It could be discouraging. It could be discouraging.
And I had those moments, and I have a lot of confidence in myself. But like over them last couple months, I was kind of like, damn, like I kind of feel like I should be further along than where I'm at, and because it's never about my ability to perform on the mic. It's just about, damn, like, am I really supposed to be doing this? Am I wasting time?
Right.
Yeah.
But it's like, no. I would be playing myself if I was to stop now.
Yeah.
I would really be playing myself, and I can't
say
go
that.
out like that.
I used to say that too, but then I thought about it, like the whole, am I wasting my time? To be honest, if you really think about it, it only take about 2 hours out of your week to record a podcast. So
Right.
if you were to waste 2 hours in a week, what else are you going to take a fucking nap somewhere or something like that? You could have been doing 2 hours watching, nigga, we just had Money Talk.
Yeah.
Don't watch a Money Talk, record a podcast. So it's like, I feel like it's not a waste of time unless you just like putting out complete bullshit.
Well, see, I think it can be a waste of time if you have no
Direction.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
And see,
I feel like it's a waste of time. You don't love it for real because you're only going to be chasing the money and the fame.
that's true. That's true.
you see a
Now,
lot of it.
I don't knock niggas for doing that either. You know what I mean? It can definitely come off disingenuous, but for those that learn the game and they only doing it for money, as long as you are entertaining, as long as you,
Right.
you know, have something that niggas can build off of, I feel like, you know, there's still value in that. You know what I mean? I think one thing that kind of gets to me sometimes is when you see people do podcasts literally just to say, yo, I got a podcast. I talk to people all the time, man. I'm stopped everywhere I go. And it's like, yo, I seen your podcast, man. I'm about to do one. And it's like, okay, what you about to do it about? I don't even know, man. Me and my homies, and it's like, all right, man, I'm done talking now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Yeah, that is the pitfall, because there's definitely a bunch of people that started podcasts watching this podcast, and they ended up putting out some bullshit. Like, niggas be like, bro, I started podcasting because of you. And then I'll be like, all right, let me see your shit. Then I see it, and then it'd be some misogyny or some fresh and fake shit. I was like, oh, you wasn't inspired by me, nigga. You just seen us talking, and you were like, I want a podcast, but I don't know how you was inspired by me.
I think a lot of them jump out trying to do that type of content. I'm gonna tell y'all something funny, right? And she cool. This girl I know, we work together actually, and she told me, and I don't think she meant no harm by what she said, but I just found it funny. She's like, you probably need to be a little bit more messy to get more followers. But you gotta think about it. What you see a lot of the times that be going viral, be that type of shit.
I ain't gonna lie.
And y'all know me.
You
that's
about to
not,
burn my blood up.
Yeah,
Like,
that's not even my type of style.
Right.
That's never been my type of style. And I was like, damn, like when people probably go to load up to do a podcast, okay, what can I say to
I think
get the feathers ruffling and shit like that.
I think niggas go to trending topics or like, hey, what is Twitter talking about today?
Right.
And they make an hour and a half based off.
And it might not even be their real views.
Right. A lot of the podcasts that we see and hear today is regurgitated bullshit. You know what I mean? Just to piggyback off of what Amp was saying, I think people take small instances from podcasts. Like, we push the edge a lot. And we've kind of dialed back some, but we've had our moments to where it was like, all right, how far can we take this without it being misogynistic, without us coming off egregious in any way, right? People see one joke and it's like, oh, that's their persona. Let me run with that. You know what I mean? And then they don't listen to the follow-up.
They don't listen to the follow-up.
Like, I've had people talk about clips that it's a running joke for me that I always be like, yo, Amp put me in the worst positions, because some of the clips that we be airing, I get questioned on. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, what's going on here?
What's going on?
And I'm like, yo, you don't understand the moment if you didn't watch the podcast type shit, right? Yeah. So people watch those and they'll talk to me for 20 minutes about whatever, and it's like, man, if you would have listened 5 minutes after that, I negated everything I just said, or I gave props to someone I was shitting on. You know what I mean? Shit like that. So people have to understand that everything comes in full circumference.
I think also too, even the topic around dating, like I'm not discussing none of that on my platform, but there was a time early in podcasting, me and Mo did have, a Battle of the Sexes episode, but it wasn't how it is now. It was really some fun shit. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? It was fun to do the Battle of the Sexes.
Man, a Battle of the Sexes would be crazy today. I feel like that would be like Royal Rumble if we had it in.
It wasn't like, it was like a cool thing. Like, yeah, we're gonna talk about what would you do on this date, but it wasn't like as serious. I even seen one of the dudes, he was on Cam Newton's pod, I don't know dude's name, but he even said, like, yeah, in the beginning, we was just trying to ruffle feathers, but we kind of want to make our message more genuine now. But see, that's where it get dangerous, because like you said, you probably get questioned about certain clips, but because at the end of the day, I feel like when it comes to that topic, it's no right or wrong answer. Everybody just trying to get them others to find their way the right way. 100%. And it's a never ending battle and button heads. Like, I really started to see that transition around 2021, 2020, somewhere around there. It was like, oh no, like, this is a serious thing that's dividing motherfuckers now. You 100%. Get what I'm saying? Like, there's no room, like you said, there's no room for jokes with it. You get what I'm saying? Everybody's a relationship guru. Everybody is, $200 date this.
Man,
or
today,
this
everybody's a guru on anything. AI done changed people's mindset.
Right. But I think everybody, and I'm not shitting on it. If you go into a genuine and it's a genuine message, yeah, salute it. But all that, like Am said, that fresh and fit bullshit and all that, nah, it's really no room for it, because now you're really exposing how you really feel about a certain group of people.
100%. And I think that can be dangerous. I always laugh when Ham do the fresh and jit, or he be putting the spotlight on me. Some things I definitely say, and it could be misconstrued easy. You know what I mean? But I think it's also one of those things to where it's like, we gonna open some doors and see, you know, what comes in, what comes out, you know? It's just the fun of it. For me, I can be very vulnerable on podcast, period.
Yeah, we all have.
Yeah, I don't look at things that have happened in my life to where they have to be so sacred. You know what I'm saying? Once it's done, and I've been able to move past it, I've been able to transition in life or see the other side of things. At that point, it becomes a funny story to me. So some of the shit that we talk about, it's like, man, it was good to get that shit off real quick. You know what I mean? It was good to just be able to laugh about, you know, the kidnapping story. That could be taken so many ways. You know what I mean? Yeah. And today it's funny because everyone made it out safe. You know what I mean? It's funny because the situation wasn't as big as it could have been, you know what I mean? But we're all, you know, we're years past. So I say it to say there are ways and there are things that we talk about on podcasts that I think does help people be more confident, be more comfortable for themselves, find ways to open up to others even, you know? Since I've been podcasting, I realize how much people don't talk about some things, you know, how safeguarded people can be, you know? And that's one reason why I'm so vulnerable is to say that niggas gonna judge you for what, 5 minutes? You know what I mean? Today, everything forgotten in a second, so
facts.
Fuck that shit.
Like even when my sister passed, I actually went back to the episode when you first came back after your mom passed, and I found comfortability in that. You get what I'm saying? Because when she passed, I didn't record for like 2 months. And I actually, when we came back on her birthday. Her birthday is January 8th. Her birthday was that Sunday. We dropped the episode that Monday. But yeah, man, I found comfortability in that episode. And I've been vulnerable on the pod prior to that. You get what I'm saying? Mo himself. But when that happened, because it was so instant, and it was just like, damn, dog, like what's going on right now? Right, so when I came back, and you know, I kind of felt like her spirit has been with me throughout this whole journey and stuff like that. So I kind of, and like I said on my first episode, I know she would probably be talking shit to me like, nigga, get your ass in there and record this episode. You get what I'm saying? So she wouldn't want me to just, you know, lay dormant or just stop completely doing what I'm doing. So that's a part of it too that made me like, yeah, you got to run it up, because like you said, this is therapeutic. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And it definitely is an outlet for you to get out your feelings. And with anything, if you go into doing anything, you just got to make sure you're genuine about it.
That's it.
Yeah. That's really what it is. You just got to be real genuine about it. Nobody can tell y'all not genuine, y'all not passionate about what you've been doing. You've been doing it for 10 years.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? You elevated. You had the highs and you had the lows. Like my nigga Greg, he do sneaker podcast. He was talking about the same thing. Like, if you come into it thinking it's easy, you gotta sit back and watch when you post certain things, because the internet is fickle. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can have a stretch where you know the views is up, and then you have some where it's like, okay, now we 10, 4, 15, but you gotta keep going.
When I first started podding and shit, I used to tell Amp all the time, delete that, man. Hey, edit this, you know what I mean? Yeah. And it took me a very long time to get comfortable. And Amp told me one day, he was like, yo, bro, you got to look at this like basketball, man. You're not going to drop 81 every night.
Yeah.
You can't be you can't be that level of Kobe every night. You know what I'm saying? And that shifted my thinking. Because I was so critical every time I mean, this shit recorded. You know what I'm saying? It lives on forever. And there are times to where, like, some things that I've said haunt me in a sense, to where it's like, damn, if the safe house pops and niggas go back and see this episode, you know what I mean? Shit like that. But it's like, that's life. I want people to be able to see a progression over years and things like that. So,
because I'd be a liar to say I don't want for it to grow as big as possible. I be lying to myself that. But I can't get hung up on. The biggest thing is just remaining consistent. And I know in other things outside of podcasting, when I remain consistent with it, I saw great results. Man, so with this is just, I know if this road is longer, I know it's going to be fruitful. It's going to be very fruitful. And I remember when Amp said one time, he said, even sometimes, like, you know, dropping the 81, you'll be surprised at some of the podcast episodes you record. You be like, man, bro, we all had that feeling, man, this shit probably was a dub. But the audience fuck with that shit. But the audience fuck with it.
Yeah, it's been times where, like, even in the group chat we in, I'll be like, man, that episode was kind of ass, man. I felt like that shit wasn't clicking. And then, like, somebody, like, beat out of somebody, like, man, y'all went crazy last night. And I was like, I thought that episode was ass, bro.
I ain't gonna hold you. That moments like that are some of the best moments for me, because there have definitely been times, even in recency, to where I'll leave the studio and I'm like, damn, I don't know that we click like we normally would. Like, we'll go on a stretch to where, shit, 2-3 months, we don't miss. Every joke is hilarious. You know what I'm saying? All of that. And then we'll have one to where the jokes just kind of like we carrying each other, right?
Yeah.
And I'll leave. And then I see the comments on the Patreon or the comments on YouTube, and it's like, yo, y'all had me dying at this point.
Right.
And then I go back and watch the pod at that point, and I'm like, damn, that was funny as hell. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I've learned, man, you got to get out of your own way. I talk about all of my creative endeavors on the pod, because in everything that I've done, just touching on what you said earlier, I haven't been the most confident. But for me to overcome that, it's always been, yo, you kind of got to push through that. Mm-hmm. If you feel like there's a lack of confidence here, step into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, step in that batter's box and wait for the pitch. Wait for whatever to come. And then you react accordingly. So, like, 3D printing, I get asked about that all the time. Bro, I bought a $175 3D printer, you know what I'm saying? Downloaded files offline, and it was like, all right, we gonna see where we can go. Mm-hmm. Now I'm making big ass figures for rappers and shit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's just a matter of, like, trusting yourself, finding.
That's really it, trusting yourself, because you be surprised at your abilities.
1,000%.
That's really what it was, because even before I loaded up the first episode, I'd be like, damn, this is about to really be my first episode. And I was a little nervous, but once I started flowing, I was like, oh yeah, I'm good. But it's a continuation, because I was telling Amp before, like, I don't rewatch my episode 8 times. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? I don't rewatch it 8 times. Yeah. So I'm going back and I'm paying attention to certain mannerisms, eye contact, filler words that I should not be using and stuff like that. Even though I did get great feedback from the first episode. So it's a continuation of just being better, being consistent, and just performing to your best. Because like you said, you ain't going to be Kobe driving 81, but hey, consistently, if you averaging,
come on.
Yeah. Then you good.
Yeah. Nigga could drop 40 every night.
Facts.
Just gotta get out there and do that shit, man.
100%.
Man, I already know, bro. That shit probably crazy. Oh, I don't know. This is your experience. You had how many episodes y'all was on in Messenger podcast? About
316.
Yeah, okay.
You you pretty much starting over, bro. Mm-hmm. That gotta be hard. You gotta present it like it's a new show,
right?
And it's climate of podcasting when everybody got a podcast,
right? And it's I kind of have somewhat of the same format. It's just me solo. So some of the things I probably implement now is like questions. Mm-hmm. You're gonna say, have y'all send questions into the email account so I can answer questions. But I always think about back to when I was a kid. Like, I remember, and I told this on the episode too. It was like when we had the NFC Championship game that year when we played the Eagles. It's like 03. I'm in the barbershop the week before the game, and I'm in there literally debating with dudes 30, 40 years old about how we about to win it. I'm 12 years old. Yeah. So I kind of always had that in me to, this is what you're supposed to be doing, dog. And it always carried me since I was a child up until this point now in terms of this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So, yeah, it's not easy as far as the formatting, but so far, so good. Granted, it's only one episode, but as you continue to go, you can implement different things.
For sure.
You can experiment with different stuff.
And we know you a debater. This nigga Mike a text a nigga 6 o'clock in the morning trying to debate, bro.
Bro, you know what's so crazy? You know what's so crazy? Contrary, I'm not really that big of a debater like that.
All right, nigga.
I'm really lying, bro. I'm really lying.
The streets are saying different.
Yo, listen, I think what it is when we actually get into the debate, it's kind of like, nah, this nigga here is crazy.
I ain't gonna lie, Mike. I done seen some of your tweets. Go ahead.
With the whole game, with the game tweet. Remember when we was on Twitter, we was talking about that? It was Game and somebody. Who was it?
Oh, yes. You are absolutely right. You are absolutely
and
right,
I was like, I ain't trying to change your vibe, bro.
Dog. I was like, yeah, there's no way. There's no way. I think it was like Game being one of the coldest rappers or some shit.
I think it was Game and Jadakiss.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
He was like, Game better than Jada. I was like, not to me. Not to me. You know what I'm saying?
Hell no.
Hey, look, the Game cool, man, but that nigga don't have no song that make me feel, you know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Away.
I feel you.
His shit just don't seem genuine.
I got
just
you.
being real.
But honestly though, even with the debate thing, sometimes that can be draining.
Yeah.
I didn't had moments I'm like, hey bro, listen, like this topic is really subjective. You get what I'm saying? Like, how long are we gonna go on about this?
Amp knows me to a T, right? And I can be debatable. Like I can debate a motherfucker.
Yeah, it depends. Like, for example, when you came in here, you wanted to talk about that Drake. I'm like, bro, I'm not talking Drake with you, bro.
Yeah. It's certain topics. Yeah. I'm definitely we gonna go. But I think Amp has seen over the years, like, especially through the podcast, I won't debate certain shit. Like, it'll be motherfuckers trying to pull shit out of me, and I'm like, yo, you know what?
That's how it would be for me sometimes. I'd be like, bro, depending on the person, bro, me and you have been arguing this for 8 years.
Man, shout out
your
to
mind is made up on this topic. My mind is made up on this topic. That's really what it be, because my thing is, when I go into a discussion, I'm not trying to change your mind. I just want you to be consistent on your point. Yeah. That's my biggest thing. Just be consistent on your stance. Don't say this apply to this one, but it don't apply to this one.
Right.
Now you just wasting my time.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And that's really where my frustration comes in at, as far as that. It's not necessarily about me trying to put my point on you.
Right.
It's about, all right, dog, are you really consistent with this stance? Because then it's gonna get to a point of like, I'm gonna make you walk that plank. I'm gonna make you walk that plank, and you be like, oh no, this nigga got me. Like, yeah, bro. Like, if it don't apply to this one, don't waste my time in saying you either just don't like dude, or you just have a favoritism towards whatever it is that we discussing.
Yeah,
and then we can just end it like that, because I do believe there's healthy forms of debating, but I get the moments like where Am's like, bro, I'm not discussing this topic with you, bro. Yeah, like, nah, we ain't doing that.
Where you were just talking about me and this nigga Mike. This nigga, I told Mike, bro, stop listening to Albino Jeezy, bro. Stop.
This nigga, I told this nigga, I said, he gonna grow on you, bro.
No,
was like, no.
Yeah, I was gonna say, niggas know not to say no belly games.
Abby hit me like, bro, stop.
Like, bro.
That nigga texted me one day, that nigga said, bro, stop. I think I might have posted my replay and I had him up. He's like, bro, stop.
That nigga was listening like 500 hours of Albino. Bro, stop listening to that nigga.
And that nigga's really not nice, huh? You're not fucking with it.
I'm not. First of all, bro, he sound like he about to cry.
He do.
It sounded like somebody was bullying him all day. He was crying.
And you listen. Matter of fact, music is subjective.
Say what you about to say.
You listen to Cardi, bro.
Oh, yeah, Cardi's ass.
I mean, Cardi is...
You listen to Cardi, my nigga. Like, here's my... And this is my thing. Music is subjective, so it's not about what you dislike. But you know how it's kind of like an eyebrow raiser about... You talking... I'm big when it comes to voices and rappers. That's why I don't listen to... Y'all know who I'm talking about. It's a little running joke. And I don't really like Cudi like that. I just don't like his music, period.
I mean, Cudi shit.
And I'm gonna say dog's name because I ain't really got no side. West Side Gun.
Oh yeah,
that's the reason why I don't listen to West Side Guns, because his rap voice.
His music sucks too.
And also, me and him done had back and forth on Twitter, and it's strictly because, like, bro, it's nothing personal. I just don't like your rap voice.
Yeah.
But you can't say certain things because some of these artists are so sensitive. But just back on Belly Gang, I'm like, Amp don't listen to Belly Gang, but he'll run that Cardi.
It's not the same thing. So Belly Gang, he rapping about
he's a trapper.
All these packs he sold. this shit nigga selling white tees that look like packs of dope. Cardi is, I call Playboy Cardi music audio junk food. Yeah. It's like nothing lyric. You don't use no brain cells listening to it. Just
so even Travis Scott, you kind of grouping with Travis Scott then.
Yeah, like Travis Scott.
Okay, I respect that. I respect
that. But see, Travis Scott is
because I know you are
musically inclined.
I know you're a fan of certain trap rappers. He just don't do it for you.
Yeah, it's just like I listen to motion music. All them niggas talk about like selling dope. It's just like I feel like when I listen to that nigga, he just saying shit I done heard before. Like I had the kilos and all that shit.
You know what's so crazy?
Dope back and all right, bro, that shit boring, bro. He don't do anything new to me.
See, I must be a different music fan because as long as it's good, I don't really care if I pretty much heard it before. Because some people say he give him like shades, their mind like shades of Jeezy and shit like that, right?
Yeah, I call him albino Jeezy. Yeah, like everything he done said, I heard Jeezy.
But my thing is, if the music is good and the bars are there, I'll listen to that. I
mean, he's just rapping over like old Atlanta beats.
See, I'm gonna be real. For me today, I don't move with that premise because it's literally a new artist every single day. Like there's a nigga that's uploading his shit to TuneCore right now. Distro Kid. You know what I'm saying? So
but don't you feel like when there's influences in every rapper
1000%,
whether they lie about it or not?
1000%.
But I still feel like you can have influence and be original.
Yeah.
I don't feel like he's a carbon copy of what I've heard before. I just feel like he's a new guy, just a new guy from the neighborhood with the same background. That's how I look at it. Like we all in the same neighborhood, but we all, because we got to think, we love T.I. and Jeezy, but they different.
Yeah.
But they still have that same trap background.
There was no one before them that sounded so
so similar. You think it's about, so you think it's a time thing basically. It's just.
I'm going to say this. His music has no innovation for today. It's a lot slower pace than what the music is currently. Like every few years they talk about what the general BPM is for like a hit record. You know what I'm saying? His shit is a lot slower than what, you know, like a Cardi or shit, even what K-Dot is putting out. And K-Dot is known for having more slower records, right?
I feel you. I feel like unless it's a complete ripoff, I can embrace them if the raps are there and the music is clicking.
Raps is too easy, man. Like we're not talking about singing to where you actually got to be talented. You know what I mean?
Right.
Rhyming on a beat, my nigga, you could listen to almost anyone do that. No bullshit. That's how Kids Bop.
I agree. That's
how Kids Bop has survived for 20 plus years.
But that's why I also say for me, rapping ain't enough. It's a combination.
So everything that I've seen from
because it's a bunch of rappers out here, but can you make dope music?
But everything that I've seen from him has been done and done over and over and over. We knew niggas that was selling t-shirts as bricks 10 years ago. We know people that rap like that now. You know what I'm saying? If you look through the game, especially today, I don't know if you peep, but like on TikTok and shit like that.
So y'all big on originality when it comes to embracing a new rapper?
I don't gotta be full on originality. I feel like literally everything he's doing, I've seen him before. Besides the shit where he shut the highway down to rap.
And that was corny. I probably would have pulled my gun out. Do you know how mad I would have been on that
5 p.m.
fucking
in Atlanta
highway?
Is crazy.
Yeah.
Stopping traffic like that. That's
trying to get home 5 p.m.
Nigga, I would have been so much. I would have fought that whole fucking crew. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was ignorant. I even think the t-shirt shit is ignorant. You're at this level to where, like, bro, if you're gonna sell $100 white tee, market it as cocaine. Like, hey, this is a cocaine t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
And it was really just a plain white tee. Yeah.
Bruh, yeah, it was corny. It was corny.
I figured he had a logo on it or something.
No, that bit was a white tee.
Yeah.
Bruh. Like I say, to me, I don't get into gimmicks. And that's what I feel like his career is setting up to be. He's a white boy with red hair. That in itself, we've never seen a real rapper like that, right? Odd. Just being real. You're proclaiming you're black. Okay, cool. Your dad's black, whatever, right? The I hang with street niggas. That's every white boy story.
So you're not even accepting the fact that he's a black man. You're not accepting that.
Yeah, don't get this nigga started.
Yeah, don't get me started. I got very
because
rules.
and I feel you, but I've seen a lot of him that are black black people. You get what I'm saying?
Me personally,
I've seen that guy before.
Me personally, I think he's black. He's very look at
He's
this,
just red.
Look at this
Very
nigga,
red.
bro. I think he's black. I don't think his race. Just looking at him, he do like a white guy. He looked like Danny Tamborelli from Pete and Pete. He looked like if Danny Tamborelli from Pete and Pete.
You know who I look at?
East Atlanta.
You know who I look at him as? He just lighter. Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin just darker than him.
He do look like a Blake Griffin.
He do look like a Blake Griffin, but just being real, like Blake Griffin ain't the type of brother I would be saying like. Hey,
But we recognize Blake as black though.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I
But
mean-
but I've seen that guy, right? Especially like on my mom's side of the family. I got a lot of family in Virginia, so down the line, yeah, that
I got a nephew that comb back, all of that, right? Mm-hmm. He's white, but my brother is black. You get what I'm saying? That boy.
You consider your nephew white?
I would, yes.
So your nephew got a white mom, black dad, but you consider him white?
The boy is, yeah. I'll show you a picture. The boy
Because my niece, she has a white dad, and my sister's black.
I grew up with this one kid. His name was Nate. He had a black dad, nigga. His dad was black as me. Mm-hmm. Had a white mom, bro. He looked white.
But his
and
mom
what did y'all view him as? White or black?
I didn't really think so. He did karate with me, and he said we used to hang out all the time. So
yeah, I can see why you said. But if somebody was to tell me he's black, I would believe it. Just off the facial features. Yeah, the facial features.
I mean, he definitely got some strong.
he black, bro. Stop it, man.
I mean, no.
How you do your nephew like that, bro?
I'm not.
Your nephew black, bro. Stop.
Yeah,
it, bro.
I mean, I'm saying he is black, but I'm
Right.
saying he's gonna grow and identify.
But back to the kid that grew up, we named Nate. So he used to call himself my cousin. So he used to like introduce himself as my cousin, and like I remember one time he introduced himself as my cousin to some white boys. And the white boys were like, "You not his cousin, you a cracker." The white boy said that to him.
Yeah.
And I was like, he was like, "Tell him my dad black."
Amp was like, "You're right."
he was like, "Tell him my dad black." I was like, "Yeah, your dad black, but bro, you look like a white boy. You got the.
That man was
mean-
looking for you to save him. You threw him to the wolves.
I'm gonna be real. Like my view on race is as ignorant as society.
Okay.
And I have no problem
You
with
accepted that.
Yes,
Okay.
100%.
I respect that
100%.
then.
If you look white, you live and act white, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it to where it's like, hey, you don't have black lineage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
But I
just
think it's-
saying it to say
Because you got to
don't
think
sell
about it
me a
too.
dream.
No, I feel you.
We didn't go through the same, you know what I'm saying? The same plight. That's literally like the argument that Puerto Ricans and Dominicans be trying to have when it comes to the N-word.
Okay, I got you. But you got to also remember too, it also just depends on how the chips fall, because you got Logic,
Right.
and you got J. Cole.
Yeah.
Both got a white mom, black dad. Not for 1 second do I look at J. Cole and think that's a white boy, because he looks like a nigga.
Right.
Logic don't look like a nigga, but
But that's where I
he
go
is.
back to you don't have the same plight. You get what I'm saying?
Right. So you definitely feel the look matters 100% to you.
Come on.
Yeah.
I
I feel
mean,
you.
that's
I feel you.
how society treats us.
Yeah, that's how society treats us. You right.
If an officer pulls over my nephew at 18, he's going to assume he's white and he might be more lenient. I hope that's, that things work in his favor in that regard.
Well,
you get what I'm saying?
Well, when you say like being black, like looking wise, there's no monolith to it. It's just like different phases of
Because
being a black person.
because we're
100%.
definitely not monolith.
100%. No, I'm saying that there are like, okay, you can see a lighter person and say, I think that a lot of things play into it. Let me say it like that. There are the tattoos, there are, the life scars and shit like that
Right.
all make you view people differently. You get what I'm saying? But if I run into a dark-skinned brother, a lot of tattoos, scars on his face, I'm going to think that nigga ready to fight. Before I see a light-skinned nigga, no tattoos, right? Or someone that looks white. If we're going somewhere and there's police presence, I'm going to think one is more likely to get off and the other is more likely to get caught up. You get what I'm saying?
Basically, the perception.
I mean, that's how society moves.
Yeah,
Like I say,
feel you.
That's how I view racial. Just like that whole passing shit is still a thing to me. Like, I think that people do that. And today it's a hell of a lot easier to be passing. You get what I'm saying? Even as a black man, if I throw on a polo shirt, some slacks, and I use no hood, African American vernacular, I'm on golf course. You know what I'm saying? Like
But guess what? They're still gonna look at you as
they would.
Nigga.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%, 100%.
You're Oreo.
But am I not able to pass in that moment? Do I not get a difference? Than
I think with the word pass, the duration matters. Because for in that moment, yeah, but for the rest of your life,
I think that
and consistently in your life.
I think
because on a golf course it may be cool.
Yeah.
But what about when they go handle real business?
Oh, trust. I'm with you there, but that's where again I think that viewing things from a societal standpoint helps in how we deal with each other. You know what I'm saying? If I view someone as, hey, this person looks at me like I'm black, so I'm probably not going to get this same seat at the table. It affects how I move.
Now think
around
about the
that
other
person.
side for your nephew who 100% embraces being black, grows up black. Like this is him, but then constantly as he gets older, people are telling him, man, shut up, white boy. Like, nah, bro, like this is my real life experience.
Right.
So trust me, I feel y'all when it comes to that in terms of Belly Gang. But if that is genuinely his come up,
Yeah.
I can't discount that because of how he looks. Because that could be a battle. That could be a battle.
had the same story coming
But
up.
MGK's not. He got two white parents though. It's different.
White Iverson had the same. Bro, all of them use the same exact. That's where again I say passing like that
But
whole.
I will say this about Belly Gang. He has a black dad and he has a white
and
mom.
he had to grow up with
But
his black dad. His mom left.
Yeah, his white mom abandoned him, so he probably don't even really mess with the white side like
He
that.
don't. He said his mom pulled up on him one time and it was kind of like, you know.
Yeah, who are you?
And then I don't know if y'all heard the song Sorry Mama, you know, the Eminem flip or whatever. But he talks about that. Like his mom left him. So he was raised by his grandma and his aunties on his dad's side, and his dad is black. So I can't discount his come up on top of him. Yeah, that is a black man. So
Let me ask you this. Do you think that
he's not straddling the fence like Logic? That's what I don't like. Logic straddles the fence, and that's what I don't like is because maybe his come up might have been different. But with Belly Gang, he had a black side that he was growing up with consistently. I don't know about Logic has said throughout his music. Bro, I've been confused in terms of how but at the same time too, it's women and it's this, women and it's that. Like, right. Bro, he plays the All Live Matters card.
Do you think that Belly Gang would be as big as he is today if he didn't have the visual presence?
I think he would.
I don't.
Because I think he has a talent more than anything.
I think that he makes the same exact music, and history has shown us that we'll put any white boy in position as long as they can stay on beat.
I think him looking white actually is hindering him.
Why?
I think so. The first thing you see is him rapping, and he's rapping that trap shit. And when you see him and you be like, oh, that look like a white guy, it comes off alarming. So when I first seen him, I thought he was when I first seen him.
The only reason it comes off alarming, hold on. The only reason it comes off alarming, going back to those damn gimmicks.
Yeah.
How did you first see Belly Gang Kush?
When I first seen him, he was on Wayno platform and he was rapping and he was saying nigga every sentence. And I had tweeted Wayno, I was like, why you got this white boy on your platform saying nigga? And he replied back, he was like, nah, he black. And I was like, no, this is a white guy.
Right.
So
same thing when I shared a video of him in my story when I first got him. He's like, is that a white boy saying? Everybody's saying it. But you know what's so crazy? He addresses that in the introduction with a girl saying, look, nigga, me and my homegirls want to know, is you black or not? You know what I'm saying? So it's he constantly might have to, what we're talking about, he probably been facing that, I don't know how old he is, every single day. Because
but those are the same choices that Logic had to make. You get what I'm saying?
So what are you saying he's supposed to do? How is he supposed to do?
Logic just saying.
Do you think optics matter? Do you think optics matter?
Optics matter
because here's what I would say.
I feel like I have a good gauge on people. Mm-hmm. I feel like if it really was fake, like
fuck if it's fake or not. Do you think
like on some 6ix9ine shit? I'd be like, no, I can't jack that.
Do you think that by Belly Gang Kush appearing white?
He does appear white, look-wise, yes.
Saying nigga as much as he does, doing as much as he does to only showcase the negative side of the black aspect that he's, leeching off of. Let me not say that.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's leeching, bro. I think that's his story. That's just his come up.
That's my white rapper mentality taking over, like how I view white rappers. But do you think that it's healthy for hip hop for a white man, a black man that looks white, to be throwing around nigga and things like that? What do you think that message sends to the next wave?
I don't think so because I view him as a black man.
Okay.
Now
I say optics matter.
I feel you on that.
I don't think people care enough today to get into anyone's backstory as to whether or not it's true. When Amp says that he thinks it hinders him, I think that's the only reason we heard of him. I think that it's an easy gimmick to sell. Hey, this is a black man. He looks white. He's rapping black shit. Now, he's someone you can relate to, but he can also cross that door. You get what I'm saying?
Now, if he was to come out and say, I'll stop it for the comfortability aspect, I will understand it. Now, I don't know if it's true it is, but I remember Baby Tron saying the same thing. Because Baby Tron said that and I never picked up on it, but he don't say nigga in his raps, but apparently he got some black in him.
He gets his dad black.
And I'm glad
so Baby Tron is his dad is black.
His dad's black.
So I never heard Baby Tron say nigga in the song. He said in the interview, yeah, I just learned to not do that because of optics.
Baby Tron, I listen to a lot of Baby Tron. Baby Tron don't bring up his race at all. He let people bring up the race for him.
Because those are gimmicks that people use in hip hop. You get what I'm saying?
I don't think with Belly Gang is a gimmick then. I don't feel like it's a gimmick.
It's too easy, bro. I don't think that he is a gimmick. I think he's doing what he knows. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
I grew up in this black household. I grew up in the black community.
Right.
I listened to Jeezy.
Right.
But if we're being honest, every white boy that grew up in the hood has that same exact story, minus one element. My father was black.
So how you think what type of rapper should he be then?
I personally don't have a problem with the drug rap. I do have a problem with him saying nigga, looking like a white man. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, that's the issue.
And then when confronted about it, being so boastful to act like he shouldn't be questioned on it. You get what I'm saying? I think it sends the wrong message and it opens doors to artists that are here just on gimmicks. I've said this countless times. There's not a white rapper that you could name to me that didn't come into the game with all this, hey, I'm hip hop, and then completely switch their whole narrative at some point throughout their career. MGK does rock. We don't hear from
so basically it's based off of have you seen this play out, this formula, what you deem a formula play out before. You're just waiting for it to happen with him.
I don't think that he's gonna transition into another genre of music. I think that at some point the gimmick dies. And he has to become more than the white rapper or the black rapper that looks white.
Here's my thing when it comes to rappers, and I said this before. At the end of the day, I don't know these rappers. I don't really care to know them. And I asked this question before. Does a rapper have to be 100% genuine in what they rap about and how they be? Because I look at an artist as a character. You get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, this is entertainment. You get what I'm saying? I would never be okay with no white man saying nigga. That's not what I'm saying at all. Yeah. But you probably had some black rappers who just have a talent of rapping. But I gotta package this up a certain type of way. Rather be a fly, me being a fly, me rapping about some street shit. Because at the end of the day, when some shit hit the fan, rappers will be like, oh no, that's just some rap shit. This entertainment.
100%.
They'll fall on that all day. So me as a consumer, I'm well within my rights to look at them just like as a character, because at the end of the day, I don't know them. Now,
that's what devalues rap music. That's what devalues rap music. We allow that.
So it shouldn't be a character.
No, it really, genuinely speaking, no, it shouldn't be. That's not how rap was birthed.
Okay.
Nothing about the foundation of rap was characterized, was gimmick based. You get what I'm saying? It had a passion,
And I
it
feel
had
you.
a purpose,
A
all
purpose,
of that,
yeah.
right? Now, as we've developed, rap is really the only genre to where you create this crazy ass narrative to sell an artist. In pop, we're gonna make you look, so like you said with being fly, we're gonna make you look good, we're gonna make sure you sound good, and then you need a little stage presence, right?
Right.
With country, write one good song. One good song could carry you for 20 years in country. Rock. Get out there and bang your fucking head. I don't give a fuck what you look like. You get what I'm saying? Rap is the only genre to where we now, today, have to trick the masses into listening to any artist. I don't know if anyone pays attention to that anymore. That's why the whole industry plant is only restricted to rap.
Yep.
Yeah, I haven't heard about industry plant in another genre like that. Yeah.
And the reason
That's a great
is,
point.
it's like, Doechii being described as an industry plant.
I don't
now.
think she a plant, though.
I don't think so either. But I will say this: it's hard to argue that the term can't apply when you're watching her being force fed to everyone.
I feel you.
There's never been an artist.
But see, that's the thing that kills. They apply industry plant to niggas in media.
Yeah, they do.
They apply it to niggas, but they'll never see. Hypothetically speaking, let's say y'all legit just like crash it one day. Like, man, who these two niggas? Man,
Right,
these niggas
100%.
plants. No, bro, go look at their catalog, bro.
But
And that's how I feel with the Doechii shit. Like, I get 100% what you're saying, but at the same time too, I think when it comes to rappers, I think it's us as consumers to do our due diligence too.
100%.
Because the goal of a rapper is to gain more fans. Everybody don't have, I've been on him. Okay, congratulations, bro. Like, he finally reached me. That's the goal.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So with the industry plant, I don't feel like the industry plants usually last long. They fall off. 6ix9ine, he fell off. Chance the Rapper, he fell off.
6ix9ine fall off.
He did fall off.
He transitioned. That nigga is still making millions off music.
Not rap music, though.
Exactly. You get what I'm saying?
Music. So,
and that's where I say these artists that aren't black come in with a fully packaged gimmick. And it works out in such a way to where, hey, if I don't make it in music to become Jay-Z, it doesn't matter. That motherfucker became Bad Bunny. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
6ix9ine just pivoted. What's his name? White Iverson.
So you just have an issue with them using rap as the platform to pivot.
100%.
I feel you.
Because again, everything that we're talking about with industry plan and shit, rap is the only genre. Now, when you talk about media, you know why I could believe that term could be used on people? The only, today in black entertainment, the only superstars, the only, major entertainers are all ignorant as fuck. I used to look up to, and not look up, that sounds crazy.
I get what you're saying.
I used to appreciate what Castanet and all of them are doing, right? Because the way that they climb,
I don't really follow Kai, but I get what you're saying. Go ahead.
It felt very organic, right? Now we're at this point to where Kai doesn't do the most extreme. We definitely see streamers do way worse, right? But we watched him completely destroy a brand new house. We don't have any positive role models in entertainment.
They were getting kicked out of houses. And when they had one, you remember when Amp had one up in New York, and they were just getting kicked out of houses. So another example is Shannon Sharp. I used to get Shannon Sharp
talked about Shannon too
all the time, but
the Cat Williams interview was a transition, bro.
The Cat Williams shit.
That was a transition.
But ever since niggas say he turned into Wendy Williams.
And that's
swole Wendy Williams, bro.
And why do we think that is? Because in the black community, just like you said, controversy, being messy, shit like that, that's what catapults us. There is not a TikTok, podcast. There's no one that you can name that doesn't have that stigma stained on them for the most part. Drewski is like.
But he comedian though.
He's like clean comedy in a sense, right?
He's comedian though. I think it's different. When you talk about media members being messy, is different.
Like he puts his toe in the water. He's just smart enough to not, stick a foot in.
I do believe you can have genuine media members, and this is just a culture period. We talking about rap, we talking about media, and just like how I brought up the story about the girl earlier, it's funny because my boy Moot from Philly, he hit me a few weeks ago, and he's like, "Yo, bro, when you gonna start your own pod?" And I told him about the same situation with the girl, or the story with the girl. He's like, "Man, we already got plenty of that." So him just saying plenty of that does, but at the same time too, I think there is room for that. To you just not being messy. Like I hold my hat on that. I'm not really about being messy and saying shit just for engagement. My opinion is my opinion. If it runs, it runs. If it don't, it don't. But I'm never saying something so it can run. It's a difference. Right. You get what I'm saying? I'ma always say what, like, my opinions be genuinely. There is a fine line between trolling and y'all. You follow me on Twitter. There's been plenty of times I might have put saying something with the greater than less than sign and something like that. But there's a line with that though. Like I have a line. We talking about some sport shit. We talking about some funny shit. It's a line with that. Like yes, I do have my moments when I am trolling, but depending on what the topic is it's no time for that. Right. And my persona is not messy. I personally don't like Jess Hilarious. I don't know Jess Hilarious, but I don't like what she has portrayed herself as. That's what I don't like.
So Pete, I go back to saying how all of these people are negative influences on the black community. Like we don't talk about COINTELPRO today, but that's what black media has become.
I do when I see Sexy Red. That's COINTELPRO.
But I mean, Amp has always said that, bro. He's stand on that shit, bro.
That shit CIA like a
and dog, I think that Dave Blunt, even Jess Hilarious to me is not a CIA plant, right? But she is the trickle down of the ignorance we've come to accept in the black community. So even going back to rap, personally, honestly, today I'm so slow and so late to rap music because that shit is so negative. It's so negative, bro.
I think it's really just the drill side of it. I think that's what really make it. I think drill music really put the stain on. I'm not saying there's not other, but that particular genre, I think that's what really put the stain on it. Cause I see people say we live in a different time now. Like back then, we depended on the most part the radio for us to hear new music. We have it in the palm of our hand. We can go so I do personally. I take the time out to go look at the new artists under the playlist for rap and for R&B and stuff like that. Can certain artists get more push? 100%. I'll never not say that. But I think we just live in a time now where they put it more on the consumer to not only find them, but help push that artist as well. I'm not saying that the industry still don't play games and push who they want to play. That's 100% still happening. But I think with the evolution of the internet, that's where it plays into that.
But let me ask you this. Have you ever thought about how rap is the only genre to where it's this many artists every single day? It's this many songs every single day.
I wish I could really engage in this conversation, but I don't follow country. I don't follow rap, rock. I don't follow that, so I can't really counter your argument.
You don't have to follow it to know.
I feel like I would have to. No, you don't feel like you don't have to?
Nah, because peep this.
I couldn't tell you who the biggest artist in country music is or rock. I couldn't tell you.
But what I'm saying is, oftentimes you hear about them at some point or another. There's a hit song, there is a TV appearance, there is a hosting of some sort. You get what I'm saying?
You think you think that would be the norm? Outside of me, you think that would be the norm? Like if the average just rap R&B fan like myself, outside of me, they would know who the biggest country artist is?
I don't think that they would know who the biggest country artist is. I think that every year they would be able to say, hey, I did hear of a new artist, a new band, a new person. You get what I'm saying? Rap is the only genre to where you do have to go dig deep and this and that. You like in order for you to get away from the negative stigma of rap, nigga, you gotta be in tune. You gotta be on Twitter. You gotta talk to people that know music. You get what I'm saying? It's not like you can just go on Apple Music, go to the new section, and then download an album, and you're listening to Black Boy Joy, good vibes. You get what I'm saying? You're gonna hear niggas is selling drugs, niggas is shooting at someone. Hey, somebody died at some point or another. You get what I'm saying?
And I want to admit, dog, I'm a part of the problem because I know I've been seeing this shit now with like Joey Badass, Ray Vaughn, and like Reason and all them, and they going back and forth, and niggas like, oh man, this shit saving hip hop. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't give me the rapper that just know 10 words only. I just want to hear.
Only reason
Playboy Cardi. I don't want to hear that shit, dog.
Only reason I don't care for that shit is because
boring.
them niggas is they're not the best rappers to me.
They're not the best rappers, but I still enjoy the battle for the guys who are engaging in that battle. It's not like it's.
I just think that the battle is getting way too hyped. Like niggas is acting like Joey Badass is a top tier rapper.
No, but here's the thing though: if the scales was tipped. Like, if it was Joey Badass, Kendrick Lamar, it'd kind of be like, all right, bro, what we doing? But it's a certain pool of rappers engaging in this battle.
But that's just how sad rap is. It's
exactly.
It's like any nigga that can rap, they about to embrace it. Like, bro, them niggas is not nice.
Exactly, bro. And that's what bothers me about
I think they nice, but it's just a level. We have levels to everything. So are we saying we should only pay attention to a certain level of rap?
No. Let me ask you this.
That don't mean I'm listening to all them niggas. Don't get it fucked up.
What do you think makes rap good? Let's start there.
Well, it's the elites. The elites of the elites.
Joey ain't no elite.
No, he's not. But he's a good rapper. But I'm
saying, what makes a rap song good?
I'm about to turn up now. Y'all about to get a triple double. This is what I have a problem with. I've always said there's been thousands of rappers that come through this game. Mm-hmm. Everybody can't be the best. You can be just good. Is there room for good?
There's definitely room for good. But let me ask you this.
And there's good for average. But you're just not with those guys.
With as many artists as there are.
Your story might not be as big as Jay-Z.
Right.
You might not even be implementing this story. But around your way or whoever, you have a certain level of fans.
Right.
I've always said, dog, everybody can't be elite. That don't mean you ass.
But hold up though. Niggas support for 1,000 reasons. Motherfuckers support because a nigga fly. Like, A$AP Rocky has built a career, a musical career.
And I would put him in a good rapper category.
Hold on. This nigga has built a musical career off one mixtape that was good. Nothing else since.
Mixtape album. 2 albums.
2 albums is pretty good.
Is good. A mixtape, 2 albums.
Okay.
You gotta give him that.
Okay. And today he is still one of the biggest artists. You get what I'm saying?
But he has another pillar to him, which is fashion.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why
I'm saying his baby mama is Rihanna.
But that's why I'm saying today, like in hip hop, you could be a fan of a nigga for 1,000 reasons that don't equate to music. Amp was literally saying he's a fan of Playboy Cardi because he doesn't have to listen to Playboy Cardi.
And and there's room for me as a fan for those type of rappers. I just don't place them in that. I listen to Travis Scott. I fuck with Travis Scott. Here's my issue, like with Cardi B, right? You can't tell me that you're up there with Nicki Minaj as a rapper. I don't care how many fans you have. Mm-hmm. And I like Cardi, but you have 1 album. Mm-hmm. Yep. And it's been 7 years now. Mm-hmm. But there's levels for a reason. Does that mean you don't have a timeline in rap history? No, you do have a timeline in rap history. But I feel like we have to get out of the mental of, if it's not Jay-Z, Kanye West, you get what I'm saying? Lil Wayne, there's no room for recognition.
I don't think that's
because everybody can't be elite, but you can be a good rapper. And your story means something.
I look at it like this. I look at it in time blocks. You get what I'm saying? Almost like draft classes, right? When did Joey come out? The blog era.
2012, 11.
Who all was in that time frame?
Wale, Cole, Drake.
A lot of them niggas fizzled out.
Correct.
A lot of them niggas are very quiet today.
Joey did fizzle out.
He did because he's not that good. Because he hasn't been that good.
But is that a bad thing though?
No, it's not. What I'm saying is the problem that I have.
Do you feel like if you become a rapper, you have to have the aspiration to be Jay-Z and Wayne as far as ability?
No, I think that when you become anything, you should have the aspiration.
Because Wale did have the aspiration.
Right, and Wale, to me, don't get me started.
He did have the aspiration.
Don't get me started.
But I put him in a certain tier, though. That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Like, he fought to be in the big 3. Consumers.
It's just not Wale. The reason why Wale didn't excel because, excel.
He's not a person. He's not likable.
He's not a likable person. He's just not a good person.
You think that's what it is?
I know for a fact.
I've done business with Wale. He's a solid dude. I have no thing bad to say about Wale. But he's just in the industry. He's just not a likable person, bro. It's just like
I don't think that's what. I just don't think he had. I don't think his ability is as great as. I'm not saying he can't rap with the other guys, but just collectively, even music wise, I don't think he could ever put himself in the. We called the big three for a reason.
Yeah.
The big three didn't know they was a big three until we said it. We placed people where we placed them for a reason. So in all of them, all three of those guys are not the same.
Right.
Cole is not like Kendrick. Kendrick is not like Cole. Drake is not like Kendrick, and Drake is not like Cole. But they're collectively in the big three for a reason. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So everybody, rap is a big ass like Amazon. We got Future for a reason. Right. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But at the same time too, you might have some guys who fall below that tier, but you're ranked here for a reason. All these rappers, I feel like for all these rappers to come through the time that they came through, if you had what type of a buzz, I always said, I fuck with Ace Hood. Mm-hmm. But I would never put Ace Hood in a certain tier. Ace Hood is good for where he was at for when he first came out. I was fucking with Dog Heavy.
That's Pop Warner football music.
Yeah.
And everybody, when Votto first came out, I like Votto. He had the tag with Cam and all that, but I never thought that he would be as good as Cam.
I was like,
there's only probably been one rapper I expected to be major, and that was Joel Santana.
I knew that nigga wasn't.
But I feel like he had all
his shit
the
was
attributes.
so fucking hyped. Like, if you go back and all right, I'm gonna say
you listen to Dipset?
Yeah. I mean, I have. I was not a Dipset fan, but yeah, I've listened to Dipset.
Yeah, I was a big Dipset fan. I'm a big Cam.
Jewels is overhyped.
Okay.
Overhyped. Jewels is overhyped. 1,000%.
I thought Jewel was gonna be next up, especially when he was like rapping.
Correct.
Yeah.
But do you know why? The gimmicks.
No, he didn't want to work.
No, he was lazy.
He was lazy.
No, he definitely was lazy. But a part of it was when he was on the same like if y'all go back and listen to them songs that he dropped with Wayne. That nigga was rapping bars like he was a child, bro.
Nah, he was rapping with Wayne.
Okay.
He was rapping. I'm not saying he was better than Wayne, but he was rapping with him.
This is my argument when it comes to rap. You need two things. Rhyme on beat and have a little bit of swag. And you could have as many fans
You could have a consistent career.
You could have as many
But that don't mean your career will be like Jay's, though.
That don't mean anything to me, because it doesn't mean that you're a good artist. It doesn't mean, you know what I'm saying? So when we judge people on, hey, they made it, that's where I'm like, okay, well, there are 1,000 reasons they could have made it. You know what I'm saying?
Here's my question. Here's my question, because I like this conversation. Is it your expectation for a rapper to come in and be the biggest ever, or can he just have a certain level that he reaches?
100%. I think
because we're all different for a reason.
Yeah, I think he can have a level that he
But when I say that, like, if we bring up a name, I don't want a good rapper to come up and be like, oh, he was just good.
Well, let me say
he was a good rapper. But I feel like we get so fixated on the big names, we can't appreciate the good rappers, and that's what I have a problem with. Like, bro, even when I tell, like, rappers are sensitive, very, very sensitive. Mm-hmm. Any artist who does something is very sensitive, right? Bro, you might not be as good but that's okay though. That's okay. You're placed here for a reason.
My nigga, I've been through all of these myself. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I think that yes, you can reach a level, right? And it's like, I'm good here. But I think how you carry yourself should play a factor in how I view you. And when I'm watching someone say, hey, I'm at the same level of Jay and Nas.
Yeah. I just don't have the notoriety like that.
Now I gotta break down your bars a little different. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when I listen to Joey Badass, like, all right, the Red Bull.
I like the diss.
They're cool. They're cool.
They're good. They're good.
They're cool.
I'm not putting it up there with some of the greatest disses we ever heard, though.
Right. But see, I say it to say.
So I feel like we shouldn't. This is my opinion, because I feel like it does a disservice to rap.
Take away from.
We should not take away from what them guys doing. If you don't engage in it, you can do what you want to do. Yeah. I make it a point to me, and I said this before. If there's a rapper I don't like, I make it a point to not speak on their music after a certain amount of time. Right. If I make it my business to always comment and shit on them, to me, I feel like I'm being a weirdo.
I think everybody should be like that. I think,
If you don't like that, just leave that shit alone,
too
bro.
much attention to shit
that they don't like.
And I will say this.
I be debating on shit I don't like. Fuck it. Every now and then. I mean, like I say, Joey Badass. That's one of my examples.
I'm going to say this. We need to wrap a bow because we need to get into this other shit real quick. Joey Badass. I don't think he's the worst rapper.
Yeah.
I like a couple Joey Badass.
I listen to
albums.
way worse.
Yeah, he got me.
And I listen to the Joey Badass diss songs.
They cool.
His diss songs is way better than them other niggas.
Yes.
And I'm gonna be honest, dog. I think he's like, let me phrase it right. I think he's down. Like, what's the proper word? I don't think he should be rapping with them niggas.
He shouldn't. The nigga Ray Vaughn,
he's slightly above them.
He's on a higher level.
He's slightly above them, but it's enough for him to say.
Joey
the
Badass.
nigga is 13 years in the game.
And Joey
He should not be rapping with a nigga that does not even have, like, Ray Vaughn just dropped his debut album, didn't he?
I feel you.
You get what I'm saying?
But I think he looking at it from a straight competition standpoint.
Not even in the bro.
Because you gotta think he called out Kendrick.
My nigga.
And Kendrick is on a way higher level than Joey.
But he looks at it like, hey, I came in with you. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. That's like Kyrie coming in and saying,
you think Joey looks at it like he came in with Kendrick? I think he just look at it from a standpoint of, you the top dog right now.
Every artist in the blog era felt like they were at the same time,
but
no
you gotta
matter
remember,
what year they came.
Joe Budden called out Jay-Z. You got to think of,
but hold on,
all of them feel
that's
part
where
of them
again,
had that competition and environment in them.
That's where again I go back to asking what makes rap good, right? Because it's like, yeah, you could rhyme bars, and don't get me wrong, Joe Budden is nice.
He's very nice,
but it's also
he has a level too,
and it's like you're allowing this falsified confidence that we've put into you. You know what I'm saying? We put you in this position. You're allowing that to cloud your brain.
So let me ask y'all this real quick, because I know, like you said, we gotta move on. Y'all think it was a mistake for Drake to even entertain Joe Budden around that time?
Well, I'm gonna say this,
because he didn't really give him a full diss record. He gave him some bars. No. Joe dropped like 3 disses to him.
I think that Drake had the perfect approach to every artist until it came to Kendrick. The only misstep was Pusha T, of course. But even with the Pusha T shit, Drake's level allowed that to not, be a small chink in the armor. You get what I'm saying? Right. With the Kendrick one, it was like, yo, you thought that you could bully this nigga in a sense. Mm-hmm. And now we actually see what talent looks like in rap. You know what I'm saying? Because to be able to drop that magnitude of records in such a short span of time, that shows skill. Those are the metrics that, in my opinion, we should be judging rap off of.
Right. Yeah. I got y'all. Good
rap
conversation.
schemes, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? What goes into making good rappers?
Yeah. My only issue, and I'm gonna end it on this, like I said, bro, Joey Badass, he shouldn't even be rap. Cause I listen to them niggas, bro. The Ray Vaughn.
Both of them, this is not better than his shit.
Terrible, bro. It's like, what are you doing?
They both
bro?
mid.
That is a foggy, raw ass nigga.
And Joey's the finals this. That shit hard.
And rap aside, Joey Badass, he doing his thing in Hollywood.
Facts.
Like, what are you doing,
why?
bro?
But come back to rap.
But listen, no, hold on. We got.
Don't say that, Joe. Don't say that, bro.
Bro, at the end of the day, he's still a rapper, though.
He's still a rapper.
He's still a rapper.
Hey, look,
he's still a rapper.
Hey, get that money, nigga.
Can I audible real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
I got a question for y'all. I was going, but I'm glad I got y'all here. I have an argument to be made that this is a particular year that this Earth seen that was the best year we've all experienced.
Okay.
And that year is 1998.
I'd go 99, but yes,
I think 1998 alone, and I was having a conversation with my boy Jordan about, I think 1998 is the best year we've experienced.
It's funny, I said it on the podcast before, but 99 to me, before the Y2K, before 2000 hit, and that's why I agree. 98, 99, that run, unmatched.
And I think I'm speaking from a cultural standpoint.
Yes.
Think about when we was kids, right? How much different things that you can be in that wasn't particularly black culture. Rather it be Pokemon cards, rather it be wrestling.
100%.
All the different type of toys.
100%.
Then you got to think about the marketing aspect. just think about like how when we would drive by McDonald's or Burger King, look at all this shit look corporate now.
Yep.
It like minimalism. They know they would have. I don't think they knew at the time how much work they would have to put into upkeep. I don't remember the last time I seen McDonald's with a playpen in it.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But just as far as that time, music. Think about the movies that dropped that year, the music that dropped that year, the clothing, everything, like just the way of life, the economy, the TV shows. Yeah. You can be engulfed in a whole bunch of different things, but it wasn't like nothing was oversaturated. It was well fucking balanced.
Even in how we dealt with each other. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think that during that time, there was more trust. There was more like openness to experiences. You know what I mean? Yeah. So 98, 99, I would say for sure.
Yeah. Definitely 98.
I was thinking, well, the best show ever ended in 97, so I'll probably go 97. Martin ended in 97, so but everything else, like media wise, like I can't name all the shows that came out.
Movies too,
but everything was just better, bro. I remember the Power Ranger toys back in the day, all that shit, bro.
Shit, if I ain't mistaken, the Power Ranger movie came out in 99.
Nah, it was like
that was a space one.
It was 95.
The first Mighty Morphin was 95.
Yeah, 95.
Then the Turbo one came out like 97.
I mean, we could just upgrade the argument. The 90s was just,
I mean, there is no argument.
There's argument about the 90s, but a particular year that I can go back, like, listen, that was a very pivotal year. You got to you kick in the door at 98. You got a classic Super Bowl. You got All-Star game. Jordan's last All-Star game with Kobe. You got Rush Hour. You got like The Mummy. You got Let's Go to Music. You got Miseducation. You got Hard Knock Life. You got DMX dropping 2 albums that year. Then you got, like you said, TV. Whole bunch of shit. Rather it be like the Hey Arnolds. Then you got Disney Channel with they shit. Then you got what's something that we was all watching around it. It was just a melting pot of a whole bunch of the Kids' Choice Awards, Rugrats. That used to be an event for us when that weekend used to come around. You get what I'm saying?
I'm looking at that rug over there. That's drunk. The Simpsons.
Oh yeah,
right. It was just video games.
Yeah, video games.
You got video games. So now it's just like.
Cause that's when the N64 came out.
Correct.
Yep.
Correct.
I'm looking at 99. I mean, like I say, 99 got an argument. 99 got an argument for sure.
Yeah, I just feel like when it comes to 98, it's just.
The Matrix premiere, y'all know I don't watch The Sopranos, but that shit aired or debuted in 99. Family Guy debuted in 99. Jordan announced his retirement in 99. Right. The Euro was introduced in 99.
You talking about the currency or
yes?
I thought you were talking about the Euro step. nigga did the move in 99.
Right, 98 you had He Got Game.
Alibaba was founded in 99.
You got Rounders, Slam, Players Club, Half Baked. Why Do Fools Fall in Love?
Classics.
Yeah. You got Phoenix, Classic, Homegrown, Caught Up.
So what you looking at? Just movies?
This is just movies, but I'm saying collectively, even with sports, Randy Moss was drafted that year.
Yeah.
Charles Woodson, Peyton Manning. Let's go to NBA. You got Paul Pierce, Nowitzki. You know what I'm saying?
Even with 99 got an argument.
I wasn't even a fan of baseball.
Right.
Baseball kids, I remember kids talking, yo, you see what Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa doing?
What? Nigga, I used to be locked in, bro. I knew all the...
And I'm not even into that shit.
Bro, I used to love baseball. Like, I used to love baseball so much, I could tell you damn near every team stats.
Right. Like, Randy Moss had... showed out Thanksgiving 98. I remember like it was yesterday. I was at my grandparents' house on the porch watching that game. 3 catches, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
It was just a whole bunch of great shit going on. And I don't think at that time as kids, especially us as kids, we didn't realize what we were really experiencing in real time.
Right.
Yeah.
Because as a kid, you think this shit is going to... I think the end point for real, probably was like around 03, 04.
Yeah, well, shit, the Marlins won their first World Series in 97, so that's when I started watching baseball for real.
They did win the World Series in 97, you right.
Yeah.
I just wanted to throw that little nugget out there.
Yeah, man.
I fuck with it, yeah. I'm just going to go... I feel like 95 through like 99.
100%. 100%.
To me,
Golden
that's like
years.
one of the best like stretches of my life.
Right.
Yeah. Shout out my little brother. He was born in 96. My sister was born
My
in 99.
sister was born 98, January 8th.
Yeah, my sister was born in 99. Yeah, 96, 99. Let's get in a couple of these topics. Let's see. We get in a couple of these motherfuckers. I wanted to talk about this. I hit both of y'all brothers. Yes. Did y'all watch this?
I did watch this.
You missed it, Joe?
I missed it. I ain't caught around to it yet, man.
I did watch this.
I was anxious to talk about it, though.
Yeah, we'll talk about it for a little bit. All right, so they just dropped the Netflix.
While y'all do this, I gotta use the restroom.
They just dropped the Netflix documentary, man.
Oh, my bad.
Shooting Guards about Javaris Crittenton. What's his name?
Javaris
Crittenton and Gilbert Arenas, man. So when this first came out, I was skeptical about watching this shit, man, because I was like, bro, we all know the story of. We all know the story of what happened with the whole gun situation in the Wizards locker room. So I was like, bro, I ain't even gonna peep this shit for real, man. But I watched it, bro, and I learned a lot of shit. Did you learn anything new from this? Spoiler alert if you haven't watched it yet.
Javaris went through a lot.
Yeah.
He went through a lot. And I feel like his a lot point started when he got drafted. Yeah. I feel like dog didn't get a fair shake. And that can be a lot for somebody, especially when they have the bravado of, hey, don't try me.
Yeah.
Period. Just regardless of what it is. He was a great basketball player in college. He got drafted by the Lakers. He thought it was a dream. He was going to play next to Kobe. His first game, he doesn't dress.
Yeah.
He's not getting minutes. The next season, he gets traded. So he never had, on top of that, being out in LA by himself, he didn't have his family out there.
Yeah, nigga like 19 or some shit.
19, 20 years old.
Yeah.
Going out by himself, got his chain snatched. Like that's a lot for somebody. On top of you not getting minutes played in a game that you love. When you thought you was gonna get, the playing time. You about to play next to Kobe. You about to get coached by Phil Jackson. Like, this documentary spoke to me more to Javaris more than it did Gilbert.
Yeah,
for sure.
See, I didn't know all that shit, so I thought it was strange that the nigga got his chain snatched, and bro just like became like a super crip. I thought that was weird.
That was very weird.
He needed an OG. I ain't gonna blame it on Kobe. Somebody should have put their arms around that brother.
Embrace him. He needed some embracement because, like you said, he didn't have no family out there.
Yeah.
So once that happened to him, he didn't know where else to gravitate towards because he out there by himself.
Yeah.
He looked at it as a form of protection.
But jumping off the porch at the crib at 22 is nasty.
That's insane, especially as a basketball player.
Yeah.
That's nowhere near your realm.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But I think about it's kind of like how I think about with the Shaq shit. You get what I'm saying? Shaq got himself involved in street when he didn't have to neither.
Yeah.
Him and Javaris is way different. I think that was just him being bored. With Javaris, it's kind of like he was looking for an outlet to be embraced.
Yeah, it's both of them is bad because Shaq was getting extorted.
Correct.
Yeah.
Javaris could have got extorted, but he actually joined the game.
He actually joined it.
Yeah, so it's like both of them. If you had to pick a route, you probably want to go Shaq route. You're like, all right, just pay these niggas. You don't want to be actually gang banging and being the street for real.
And being an NBA player at the same time too. Not saying that don't exist. Right. You get what I'm saying? Because we all know sports and streets, they're kind of like one and one. Yeah. When you grow up in the streets, a lot of kids, their only outlet is sports. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They could be a gamer, but I gotta go play this football game at Friday night. Gang pulling up though. You get what I'm saying? So I understand that, but for Javaris, he didn't have that in his come up at all.
Right.
It wasn't until that he got to LA and he experienced getting robbed that it was like, oh shit, like, what the fuck? And then with Gilbert, it's kind of like, bruh, he bored. That's one bored ass nigga. That's what I took away from this doc.
That nigga play too much.
He played too much. But when niggas like that, they be bored for real. Yeah. Like, bro, you don't got nothing else to do? You get what I'm saying? Like with Gilbert, and I get it. You do have the kid in the classroom who was just a class clown. But he didn't have no limits.
Gilbert Arenas.
He went too far, bro.
Gilbert Arenas is definitely one of them niggas you would want to kill.
Yeah, he one of them niggas.
Yeah.
He just never got slapped before.
Yeah, like
that's what it is.
And you could tell that he was probably most popular his whole life type shit, and no one ever wanted to try him.
Yeah, so one of the things they showed in the doc was Gil, he used to record everything in the locker room. And Andre Blanche, bro, he was legit like bullying his man. That's crazy because Andre Blanche like 6'10".
Yeah.
Right.
He a big ass nigga, bro. It was one part where Andre was taking a shit and like Gil brought a whole water hose and just soaked that nigga while he was taking a shit. And that go back to Shaq when Shaq was talking about him shitting in niggas' shoes
and piss and all. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, but
I would have took a bat to that knee.
Straight up. I like.
I would
God
have
knew
to
not to
come
put
with
me
that.
in the NBA.
Like
I would have had to
Shaq,
kill one of them niggas.
because it's like you said, it's certain lines. And with Javaris Crittenton, him being, he should have been more embraced than anything. Because you got to think, this is third team in 3 years.
Yeah.
Gilbert should have took it upon himself. You coming off back-to-back All-Star seasons, probably all NBA selection. You know Javaris, he coming, this is third team. He needed some embracement.
You can tell Gil is not like Gil got that Charles Barkley mindset to where it's like, I'm not a role model. I don't give a fuck
He don't
to
give
be
a
a
fuck.
role
I remember when that shit happened and they was talking about the gun shit.
And
the
he
nigga
was-
got his ass in the huddle before the game and was doing the little gun thing. But I think it was a good untold doc. But I think Gil, and he probably, like he said, he has changed. I think with that situation,
I think he's changed, but I don't think he's like. I think he has changed
because I think there's been multiple opportunities for him to be on his platform and really like take it left, and he hasn't.
I think only reason he changed is because he got a son that he want to get in the NBA,
Right.
And he don't want to fuck none of his shit up.
Exactly.
So I think that's why.
But
I think that's the only reason.
Let me ask you this: you don't feel like his show is already chaotic? I mean,
it could be way worse. Based off what I've seen in this doc, it'd be way worse.
Definitely be way worse. But,
way worse.
But look at Nick Young. Nick Young comes on set looking like that nigga. Like I used to smoke on the podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Rashad McCann too.
Oh, fuck Rashad McCants. That nigga acts like an idiot on that podcast.
I don't fuck with Rashad McCants at all.
Yeah, I don't fuck with him. I don't even like hearing that nigga talk. But Nick Young be sit like
him and Kenyon got into it real bad. What was that, a week ago? 2 weeks ago?
Yeah,
I seen that
about a week ago.
I mean, Gil's not a leader.
I can see that.
He puts people around him that are good in their
And he'll
own
let
regard.
the fire blaze.
100%.
He'll let the fire blaze.
Like each one of them on the cast is good.
But I think he does it to a point where it doesn't affect his sponsors. He'll let it get to that level to where it's not affecting his sponsors.
He let them niggas do shit. Even though Gil was being a little weird when Big Baby Davis, he doing prison time right now. And Gil was on screen talking to him, oh, fuck, nigga, don't drop the soap and shit.
Yeah.
He like, you better be careful. You can get your booty taken.
I don't like that.
I like, bro, that's
Just think about to go to jail, bro.
I'm like, Big Baby Davis gonna get out, and he gonna be in your circle. He gonna beat your ass.
Yeah. But I mean, even to it, it's like, you should, like, I have the same issues with Shannon Sharp. You hold people to this level so that it works for your platform.
I spoke about that too, yeah.
But you're not doing shit to elevate them. You know what I'm saying? Like Shannon Sharp getting all these opportunities. Ocho's still doing the same dumbass shit he was doing in the league. Like you get what I'm saying? Bruh. It's like, hey, let me put you under the arm.
I don't know if you seen my group chat. This nigga Ocho was on Nightcap last night in the club.
I seen that, and I started to go and look for
That's
it.
ridiculous.
I was like, yeah,
he's doing the show from the club.
Yeah, he was in.
He don't give a fuck.
We wasn't doing no show then.
He don't give a fuck.
Because it's
same thing with Gil though. Mm-hmm. It's like, all right, you're gonna watch. Like that nigga will do this.
He'll literally sit like this.
When they start, and it's like no one wants to watch this.
Yeah, you gotta chill, bro.
And not just that.
Yeah.
Now you're getting really good commentating opportunities.
But guess what though? That goes back to what we said earlier: chasing moments,
exactly,
engagement,
exactly.
He knows not even the average looker was gonna go look at that clip between Kenyon and Nick Young. Mm-hmm. It's all about the clicks, bro. But everything ain't worth a click. Everything ain't worth a moment.
And that's where I go back to saying that black culture today is ignorance.
And that's why I say I think these guys literally sit when they catch a moment and they see this shit, like with Shannon, just like with Gil. It's kind of like, well, fuck it, that check gonna be nice. Mm-hmm. This definitely gonna get the views. This because views equates checks to them.
That's why I think Shannon berades Chad at times. That's why I think.
But you can't throw stones in the glass house, Shannon.
You can't, and you shouldn't do it live on air.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to check your man's behind the camera.
That's my reservation with him. Gil is not a good leader. It shows
Gil is definitely not a good leader.
In the documentary, and it shows, like, I think Gil can be a good leader when he wants to.
For sure.
He's leading his son.
He has a great platform. And that's my thing. When you have a great platform like that, when you're exposed to millions who tap in, there is a certain level of responsibility.
100%. And I think that he's doing a phenomenal job with his son. Like,
apply that to the podcast.
Come on, man. And it's not just the pod. Apply that to your circle so that they too can create opportunities and elevate their shirt. You get what I'm saying? There's no reason Nick Young should look like a regressed version of himself from when he was on the Lakers. Mm-hmm. At that time, I thought Nick Young was a fucking idiot. Now I'm starting to think this nigga's an imbecile. It's like, hey, man, get your shit together. We got this platform. Right. This could be something. You get what I'm saying? The reason I don't think that it affects his sponsorships, they know what they getting with Gil. This nigga has pulled a gun out in the locker room.
And on the other side, they don't care neither. Yeah,
right.
The sponsors.
With Melanie Monaco or whatever her name is, all of her shit is sex talk. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we got every end of the extreme with
that's his wife, right?
Is it? I don't know. At first, I don't.
I think he's married to her now.
Okay,
but she did have a little fight.
That shit with the accent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's his wife. They got married.
Yeah,
because I remember she had a podcast where she talked about sex talk and relationship shit.
Yeah. And my whole thing though is, at this age, in this position, you get what I'm saying? You should want, like, especially with these kind of hiccups in your past, it's like you should want to put people up. You know what I'm saying? Like, put people in a position to where everybody can win because you've taken from niggas.
I think they just don't think being normal is cool.
Well,
I just don't think they think being normal. And when I say normal, I'm talking about as far as what we do.
I saw a tweet.
I don't think they think that's okay and that's enough. That's why, that's why I said earlier. For me, I can never see myself making that trend. I'm not gonna sleep good at night. I know I'm not gonna sleep good at night. When I put out something and I cringe, if I put out, bro, this is me being 100% honest. Back from We're Just Messengers up until now, when I used to go back and watch our episodes, I catch myself smiling watching me and Mo. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I catch myself on my first episode smiling at certain points. There's never been a cringe moment for me.
Yeah.
Now, of course, I get predictions on shit. I be wrong. I'm not cringing at though. Right. There's nothing wrong with being wrong. But like putting out content, but like, bruh, your audience shouldn't have to see that. Right. There's a responsibility that comes with that shit, bro.
I saw a tweet that was basically like, content creators aren't good people. There's no reason, I believe it was, that you should like seek that much attention. It's not healthy. You know what I'm saying? And
we're gonna see a content creator as a president one day, though.
Yeah, I mean,
we're gonna see that.
I'm gonna be real with everything that's currently going on and that's been in the past. Like Reagan being a president, there's nothing no one could say to me now that wouldn't.
But you know, what's so crazy for me though. Surprised. People say that. Of course, we didn't experience Reagan, so I had no idea he was a. I thought he always had political background.
Yeah.
So basically, he is like Trump.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Very like
the
Reagan,
exact same shit.
No, I mean not the exact same.
Because I know Trump to not be in political. He made cameos and shows and shit.
It might even be worse.
It is worse.
Bro was just a straight up actor. Trump was at least a businessman.
Yes.
He was a billionaire.
So Reagan was a straight up actor that became president.
Yes, and someone basically was like, "Hey, you got the look."
Oh, wow. See, I never knew that. So for Trump, I feel like that was the first, but it was Reagan.
Yeah.
Okay, got you. So yeah, at this point in time now, it just seems like anything is possible.
I mean, Nancy got a little bit of experience, like I forgot the exact job, but she had some experience in politics. So they were trying to like piggyback off.
So that explains that map for that year where he cleaned house.
Yes.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Dog didn't have a chance. I don't think he won a state. The other candidate, that whole shit was red.
Right. Yeah. So from Reagan to Trump, and Trump having his television experience and all of that, even how he started business, that's not traditional. You know what I'm saying? That's not traditional at all. His father giving him $1 million and a portfolio.
That's not the norm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't put it past that we'll see a streamer. I don't put it past that, you could have smut on your name and become president.
Well, shit, Trump got hella smut.
Yeah, I was going to say. So, the future finna be wild, man.
Yeah. But I think even with Javaris even getting out was kind of crazy to me, too. Because he was supposed to be down for 23 years. He got out 2023.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got 10.
So he did 10.
I didn't know this. So he pretty much got out because he used to play basketball with Dwight Howard. And Dwight Howard's uncle is like a politician down in Georgia,
Oh,
and he got him
okay.
out.
Okay.
Wow.
Just off him playing basketball with Dwight Howard.
At what point were they playing basketball? That's crazy.
They play high school together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they play high school together, bro.
So what was like your final takeaway from it though? Was it more about Gil or more about Javaris? For me, it was more about Javaris and Gil.
It was more about Javaris because we don't really know Javaris' story.
Right.
Gil was just on that bitch like, nigga, I play too much. Fuck it, I play too much.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I didn't know about Gilbert Arenas, I didn't know he was like a gun nut like that.
Yeah, this nigga's a gun nut.
So
I didn't know that neither.
He said he got into guns because when he played for Arizona State.
His girlfriend's dad was in the guns.
Which I wonder if it was a white woman or a black woman. He said he told his girlfriend's dad that first NBA check he getting, he buying all his his guns, and he bought like 400 guns from the.
Damn, that's
like, why
crazy.
the fuck do you need 400?
He got like 400 guns.
That's insane.
Yeah. So this is what he was doing. So I didn't know this. This is why Gil actually got suspended. Him and Javaris.
Mm-hmm.
So what Gil was doing was Phoenix, Arizona, they got gun laws how like Florida got gun laws where you don't need like a license for real. You can just buy guns.
Yeah.
So what Gil was doing, every time they played the Phoenix Suns, he would buy like 5 guns and he would put them on an NBA plane. So what they got him for was that's trafficking guns.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to put guns on an NBA plane.
Right.
So he could have got cooked.
Yeah. He should have got cooked.
Yeah.
What he really ultimately did, what also did this suspension was the shit that he was doing in the pregame.
He made
and
it higher.
Stern was like, you know what? 50 games, both of y'all. And that was for the rest of the season. But that's him being selfish in that moment because even Javaris said, when he met with Stern, he's like, hey, y'all won now. Whatever he does affects you.
Yeah.
But Gil, he maxed contract out.
Yep.
Javaris, he on his third team, still on a rookie deal. He not thinking about him.
And not even just that. Gilbert Arenas was arguably
one of the best scorers in the game at that time.
One of the best. Like, nigga, if that nigga did not get that suspension, we probably would be talking about him alongside Kobe and Mike.
Right.
He was a mega. Yeah, they brought all his
There was no
he was a mega star.
Bro, there was no one scoring like him.
But you know what the downfall was to that whole situation? Petty shit on the plane. A bet.
Yeah.
That had nothing to do with either one of them.
Yeah.
It was JaVale McGee and somebody else betting. And then Javaris, he bought himself. Nah, JaVale, pay that man his money. Gil, how the fuck you gonna tell them you owe me da-da-da-da-da?
Yep.
Niggas talk Gil being Gil.
And Javaris and Gil was actually cool.
They was.
Because Javaris said when he got there, Gil was like one of the first people to like take him under their wing.
Right.
That's kind of like, bro, like one of your homies, and you be like, and it's just like some regular shit. Y'all regular conversation. Man, fuck you, nigga. You a bitch.
Yep.
And whatnot. And it just like, it go from there like, y'all ever had like a little debate with a nigga and be like, man, fuck you. And it just in there?
Yeah.
Imagine a nigga just be like, fuck you. Oh, okay. I'm gonna shoot you, nigga.
Yep.
And be like, nigga, how the fuck
How we get here?
How
we get there, bro? And that's what it was. But see, Javaris, he reiterated this throughout the whole doc. Ain't nobody gonna try me.
He wasn't wrong though, but nigga, if you tell a nigga, if you arguing with a nigga and another nigga on the side coming in like, bro, I'll shoot you.
Yeah.
But we NBA players. That was my whole thing when I'm like, bro, y'all niggas is NBA niggas.
I ain't gonna hold you. I respected Gil's side when that nigga was like, shoot me. Like, I'll bring you the guns.
But Gil started it though.
No, Gil started that shit though.
But that's me.
Oh, yeah.
I get that. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm that ignorant.
But here's the thing though. Niggas not gonna shoot nobody.
Imagine we have a podcast guest and like we just like, imagine the debate you and Mike just had. And Mike would be like, nigga, I'll shoot you, nigga. He'd be like, that's how the Gil and Javaris.
And I'd be like, I would be like, Mike, are you sure? I got 2 guns in my car. We can do an old-fashioned duel. But how fast do you walk?
And that's exactly how that shit went.
That's how that shit went.
And that's why I say, I would be Gil in that moment.
Yeah, Gil.
And I would be Javaris
But see, that's the male ego shit.
Right, 100%.
And I know in the moment, us as men, we all have that one was like, bro, you know how to play me like I'm pussy.
100%.
But at the same time, too, we do have to have that. Is it worth fucking up what I really got going on? Because they on the plane now. You got to think. So they don't have no access to no guns. This nigga Gil, oh shit, I forgot. I got to go get the guns. This nigga go get the guns.
Yeah.
Bring him to the locker room. Put him on his chair. I got to write a note. He ain't going to know what this is. Not knowing that Javaris said, fuck that. I don't need this. Toss his gun and pull his own gun out.
Yeah. bringing a gun in the locker room and putting it on a nigga chair, telling him pick one. Come on, bro.
That's
crazy.
insane.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That's insane. That's insane.
So I understand in the moment, like, all right, bro, like, what we doing for real?
Yeah.
But you gotta find it in yourself to be like, I'm not even entertaining this shit, bro.
That's real. That's real.
And I would have, honestly, tried my best to suppress that shit. I would have tried if I'm Javaris and Gil in that, like, nah, bro, we just did something. We can't let this shit get out, bro. We can't. This is some stupid shit.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. I was like, who told?
A player definitely told.
One of the players had to tell.
Because Dog said he always had connections because, he did flashbacks and interviews with Phil Jackson. So, yeah, Phil, you're going to be doing that. How did you find that out?
Yeah.
And he just kept going. So,
but
a player told that shit, bro.
You got to think this. If you're in the locker room and you see two niggas both bringing guns.
Yeah.
And they talking crazy over something that didn't have anything to do with you. At some point, you might have a concern for safety.
But apparently, that's like normal because Vernon Maxwell talked about it a long time. He said they always had guns in the locker room.
Yeah. I could believe that. Believe that, honestly.
Different time then, probably.
Because they were telling, what player was that? Was telling the story. They were playing with Peyton, Gary Payton. I think it was Vernon. He said, because Gary Payton from the Bay. Mm-hmm. And they had a situation where like the Vernon Maxwell he said he slapped Gary Payton, and they were like in the Bay or whatever practicing, and Gary Payton was like, "Oh, okay, I'm about to get my niggas to shoot you." Mm-hmm. And he said Vernon said he brought like a bunch of Bay niggas up there. And they were like, "Oh, we're not fucking with Vernon. He the nigga that bring us the weed." We like, you gotta eat that slap.
Yeah. That's funny.
Damn.
I mean, I could believe it because it's one of those things to where like, hey, don't ask, don't tell. If no one sees it, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna fly under the radar.
Because it fucked up both of them. More so Javaris. Gil, he was gonna be all right.
Yeah.
He already had his bread.
Bro, the
all-star NBA player, face of a franchise. But with Javaris, he didn't get no fair shake. What really fucked me up with him though is he got robbed at gunpoint 2 times post that incident. Remember when he was talking about when he left the barbershop? Then the next time something happened, he's like, all right, I think that was his breaking point. Mm-hmm. And then the actual phone call, when he called to get his jewelry, that was crazy. Yeah, this nigga Javaris called dude and was like, yo, I need that jewelry back. Oh, fuck, nigga. That nigga. Fuck you talking about, nigga. You had to die about this jewelry.
Bro, that nigga that would call him on the phone, I didn't even know they had that. They played the actual phone call.
They played that phone. I was like, bro, that's crazy.
Talking to him insane.
Insane, bro.
That would have made the Pope crash out. Yeah. The way that nigga was talking, he like, bitch, that nigga, I fuck your jewelry.
And then they said, fuck your jewelry. He said, nigga, you had to come die about this jewelry.
Nigga, I would have been in the whip.
And I feel like you kind of made it PG. He was talking.
He was talking way worse than that.
Eyes would have been
fuck nigga, pussy nigga, all
oh my
that.
God, I would have been stomping on the fucking gas, nigga.
Because when he picks up the phone, first thing Javaris said, hey bro, I need that jewelry back. Fuck is this? I need that jewelry back. Nigga, fuck you, nigga, pussy ass nigga. You have to come die about this jewelry.
Yeah,
like,
that
I was like,
oh shit. Same day,
Click
nigga.
that shit. I mean, the nigga he brought there, he went there. It's funny because when they were driving, Javaris was like, he was about to chicken out. And his cousin was driving. And he was like, nigga, you gonna do this shit.
Straight up.
Like, he right there.
He was like, yeah, he right there gonna shoot him.
Because he was about to turn around, but the dude had locked eyes with him. Yeah. Javaris said when they locked eyes, it was no going back.
Yeah, 100.
And he unfortunately ended up killing the girl that had 3 kids. And that's why he got the time.
Is this a hot take? And this may be an ignorant take. I feel like the situation with Gil got nothing to do with Javaris doing that other shit.
No, it don't. It don't. I think it was just telling they both their stories.
I feel like the Netflix was kind of making it seem like they're tied together. I think that Javaris killing that girl got nothing to do with
No, that had nothing to do with Gil. I think it was just more so his story. Yeah. That's why I said, when I look at this doc, this more so tells me about Javaris than Gil.
Yeah.
Because the round out was him getting out. He going to talk at the jails. He going to talk to the young dudes and stuff like that. But yeah, that situation had nothing to do with Gil.
Because he did.
I think it was just him spiraling out of control. Because you got to think, he was still trying to get on NBA workouts. Mm-hmm. Then the situation was like, yo, agent called me talking about you stole some flip flops. Like, bro, I'm doing an NBA workout, bro.
Now that fucked him up. That
had fucked him up.
That had something to do with Gil. Because he had a bad stain on his name.
He had a bad stain on his name, yup. So they were trying to find any little thing to get on Javaris about. He's like, bro, I went in there and asked somebody about something. I'm not trying to sue him. I'm trying to do an NBA workout. I'm lucky I'm getting this workout.
Right.
I'm trying to get back in the league. Fucked him up. That shit fucked him up. And then that's when, that drove him down that path. It was just an unfortunate series of events for that nigga, bro, because he got robbed at gunpoint. Then he got robbed at gunpoint again, and then that's when he took it upon himself. Because remember, the cop said he did the lineup, and Javar's like, "Nah, I'm gonna handle it."
Yeah,
Yep.
that's crazy.
I'm gonna handle it. I got it.
Yeah, he said he ain't want to snitch.
He ain't want to snitch. Yeah.
What? I would have been Charleston White.
Nigga, just hire.
There go the nigga over there.
Nigga, just hire some fucking security. He did get some bread where he could have got
some security. Yeah, he did.
Because he balled overseas and he got
I ain't
paid.
gonna hold you. If I get a real check one day, nigga, I'm hiring assassins. Like, I'm hiring niggas that won't even know what color shirt you got on when they blow that motherfucker off your chest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna stand there like this till the police come. Like, hey, my nigga's certified. This the situation. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Even if I got to shoot one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and niggas, get security. Get an actual professional. Don't get your fat ass cousin with a gun.
Seriously,
Get
I'm talking about John Wick, nigga.
Get a real security.
Facts.
Like Jay-Z, they got like ex Marines and shit like that. Yeah.
Right.
What's them niggas from the Middle East and shit? I forget what they be calling them motherfuckers. I'm gonna get some of them.
I know you're talking about. Yeah, I can't think of the name right now. I can't think of the name.
That was ignorant of me.
What movie was it? It was I want to say it was John Wick 2, I believe, when they had the mercenaries.
Oh, yeah.
Was it 2? It might have been 2.
I think it was 2.
Might have been 2. All right, let's talk about this and we do real niggas and we can they need their ass beats and get up out of here. Man, I don't know if y'all seen this shit, but like 10 dudes
11
motherfuckers in New Orleans escaped.
Boy, they
from
said
jail.
everybody come on.
I'm about to play the video right here. This is the motherfucker, bro. This don't even seem like a good idea.
One of them got caught and arrested.
One, bro.
Nah, it's like 4. Three of them.
They got 3 of them? Mm-hmm. Okay, initially I heard it was 1.
One of them just got caught. That nigga was in vaping forces.
Look at them running across the highway.
Bruh.
That's insane, bruh.
Now, all right, here go where they escaped.
How? That's my only question. How?
Bruh, them ain't nothing but bolted to the ground. Them,
but how did they get through that, though?
Now that I'm curious.
Hey man, what they say, when there's a will, there's a way.
Yes,
they trying to say this shit is from Prison Break.
Yes, Lord.
I never seen Prison Break.
They trying to say this is from Prison Break?
Well, they got the idea from the show Prison Break.
Okay. I've seen Prison Break. Man, they had all kind of elaborate things.
I didn't finish it, but I mean, Prison Break was a hell of a TV show for
bro. Look what bro put on the wall, bro. They said suck my dick.
Too easy.
Too easy. Laugh out loud.
Fuck up so.
Yeah, I don't know how they got through that hole though.
Yeah, this part here doesn't make no sense.
Bro, they did it, bro.
So they had to have some inside help.
Okay, hold up. Go back up.
Because how the fuck they get through that?
I don't know.
Yeah, like it's like, damn, bro.
Because, I mean, I wanted to say, damn, maybe they put that shit back, but...
Nah, they left that bit.
Yeah. I'm talking about the pipes right there.
Oh, yeah, they probably put the pipe back, pause.
But, I mean, how can you?
No, but you still got the steel.
Yeah, look at how that shit is...
Yeah, you still got the steel. Like, how the fuck you getting through that?
Man, I don't know, man. Them niggas...
They gonna find out. One of them guards helped them.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It was definitely some help, bro. Ain't no way.
I feel like this was just... Now, see, that's the only thing that makes me curious.
This one?
Yeah, but again, how?
Did the fucking cops not hear that shit? That shit had to make some noise.
Hell, loud as fuck.
Boy, what? I mean, I'm sure it was water on the floor. They snatched the whole fucking water line.
All right, this all the niggas right here.
Oh, Leo definitely did he definitely yanked that shit off the wall. Leo definitely yanked that shit off the wall.
Him or Gary.
And they was if you ain't, this is a jail, unless they were waiting on trial. Jail is usually like a year and under, right?
Nah, not necessarily.
Okay. It might be some niggas like on trial for like murder and shit right there.
Yeah, because jail, you don't really do no crazy time in jail. Prison is where you do a lot of time.
You can. Okay. YNW Melly's going through that. That nigga's in jail.
I know you could be in jail for months.
You could be in jail for years.
He not supposed to.
Right. He's not supposed to.
That's not normal, him being in jail for 6 years.
That's not. But so here's what they do. They make you waste. Like they'll push the trial back.
Right.
For a lot of people, it actually works in their favor because you're still in jail. You're not in the prison yard. You know what I'm saying?
Because it actually, the YNW Melly shit, it might end up working in the favor.
So by the time you go to prison,
because sometimes they look out for you. You're like, damn, bro, you been here that long. Let me let you out.
Well, I ain't gonna say that.
That happens sometimes.
They do give you time served. They'll give you good, but shit like that. But
sometimes if it's like an injustice, and they're like, God damn. Sometimes it doesn't happen a lot, but I'm just saying, because they probably like, bro, you black, you should know better. But I'm like, bro, sometimes it be like some injustices going on, and they be like, damn, you been in that motherfucker a long time. Let's just go in.
I mean, the first thing them niggas got to try to do is get out of state.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's going to be impossible.
Try.
Yeah.
Keyword is try.
All right, let's get to this nigga right here, man. Robert Moody was captured on a 3500 block. He went in there. He stayed
this
in the
nigga in
hood
a fit.
Bro, this nigga got first of all, this nigga got on fake bait pants.
Oh, that's one of the niggas they caught.
Yeah, that one, bro. He got on a whole fit, bro.
Why this nigga put on a fit, bro?
He said, I'm trying to get a fit
fresh.
I'm about to get pussy.
Nigga said, I'm going to the club tonight, bro.
That's funny.
So he got caught because somebody gave a tip. It might be somebody that he might be the nigga he got the fit from. He probably went to the store and got the fit.
That's funny.
He went to a shoe store, bought the fit, and nigga was like, hey, bro.
I seen that nigga, man. I'm about to follow him.
And you know what the reward was? The reward was 7 stacks.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I would have told him that nigga too.
Hey, let's be honest. Y'all niggas be honest. If it was a nigga you don't like and he escaped from jail and you see him in the wild, you calling the cops?
100.
Yeah.
100%.
All right.
I'm a good Samaritan.
Yeah. I'm a civilian. I'm a law-abiding citizen.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm calling the fuck out the cops.
And I'm gonna be in a collar shirt on the news.
Yeah,
I saw him.
He slapped me. I ain't gonna go there. I'm joking.
This nigga gonna expound on the story.
Nah, if it's a nigga I don't fuck with, yeah, bro, I seen that nigga.
Shit, if it's a nigga I
7
don't know, yeah. I would have been like, hey, this nigga Gary, this nigga right down the way.
I'm calling the cops on that nigga, bro.
Changed my life.
Bro, he really got on a whole fit, bro.
That's crazy.
Why
this
that,
next nigga look like he still got on the same shit.
Got on boat. I mean, them duck shoes.
That's one of them white officers that hit you and say nigga.
He look like he'll headbutt the shit out your ass.
Yeah, he do.
Yeah, he look like his OG is Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Yeah.
He look up the dog. Like he got his hat backwards like Stryker from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
And he hits, but he beat your ass before you get to the precinct. And
for
and
sure.
This nigga, his partner, look at him beat your ass, and you be like, damn, bro, you gonna let him beat my ass? Yeah, nigga.
That nigga probably be on Instagram.
Cul-de-sac. He don't give a damn.
He like whatchamacallit, TK Kirkland on
come on, man.
What you call baller blocking.
What is you doing?
you heard him, nigga. And this nigga like Eric.
That nigga go back up. That nigga really looked like Safari, the black officer.
He do.
That nigga look like Safari, like
older version.
Like he'll do the Jamaican dance.
He like Safari. He like Safari and RZA. He do like RZA.
Man, come on.
All right, and this the other nigga. They ain't show the third nigga that got captured.
All right.
This nigga like Eric.
Yeah, he do.
And he didn't get a chance to get no fit.
He ain't
off.
had no chance to get no fit off. He looked like he just did something.
That nigga was still running.
That's what he had on in prison.
Yeah, that nigga was still running.
He looked like he was trying to get a meal.
Bro, this cop, whoever this cop is, this fake ass Dog the Bounty Hunter is, bro, he getting the biggest raise ever because he done caught 3 of them motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm. He taking that picture proudly.
He probably not even getting paid. He probably working overtime.
He doing it for the law.
He working off the clock, bro.
He's all sport.
Hey man, if any of you 7 niggas that's out, if you listen to this podcast, man, run.
Yeah.
Run, nigga, to a different state, nigga.
Matter of fact, turn this podcast off. Don't listen to nothing. You need to be aware. You need to be on your. Don't be like this nigga right here looking for fits and shit like that.
That nigga really was getting the bait.
That nigga probably about to get a retwist, everything, a lineup, everything, bro.
Yeah. All right, you should have cut them pork chops.
Hey, what's the first thing, if y'all escape from jail, what's the first thing y'all doing?
I gotta try to find a way to get out of state.
Yeah.
Facts. Because that's only gonna make my my freedom longer. I gotta try to find a way to get out of state.
First thing I'm doing is changing my whole look.
Yeah. You gotta change your look too, yeah.
First thing, like this nigga, dreads would have been gone.
But I don't have enough time to cut my hair though. I gotta get out of state.
Nigga, if you don't go to Dollar General and steal a razor,
I'm gonna cut my hair and try to get out of state same time.
He got a fit on, so somebody's helping him.
Yeah, 100. I mean, so look, let's say I'm downtown, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, cool. I gotta figure this out real quick. First thing I'm doing is probably. I mean, for me personally, first thing I'm doing is crossing the bridge. You know, you don't know much about Jackson. Like, you gotta cross the bridge any side of town you go to.
Okay.
Yeah.
First thing I'm doing is crossing the bridge. I'm getting off of my side. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna duck off for, let's just say, an hour, right? I need somewhere to hide, get my mind together. Who the fuck can I trust enough? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Personally, I got one. I ain't gonna air it out, but I'm going straight there, and I'm gonna tell her like, "Yo, look, these are the three things that I need. One, I need you to put me in your trunk, like back that motherfucker in the garage, put me in your trunk. We headed out of town. You know what I'm saying? Like we going to Tallahassee for start, then shit straight up to Georgia type shit. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta be careful because they're gonna be looking at Pensacola. They're gonna be in that area.
Yeah, for sure.
You can't go through Pensacola.
I already know. You got to go to Tallahassee to head up 75. Yeah. So I'm going straight to Atlanta. Now, second thing I'm doing, like I say, change of appearance. While I'm in that motherfucking trunk.
This nigga Ray Caruth in the trunk.
Straight up.
This nigga definitely on the Ray shit in the trunk.
When I get out, like I make it up to Georgia, I'm bleaching my skin.
All right, Sammy.
Bleaching my skin, my nigga.
Right.
I'm burning my fingertips, all of that shit.
Damn, because if I had this, I'm in trouble because, first of all, I have to get from downtown. I got to get to the north side.
Yeah.
I'm toast. And for me to be safe, I got to get up to Chicago.
Good point.
Because I know somebody have me safe, and I ain't going to say who.
Yeah.
I'll be safe in Chicago, but nigga, how the fuck I'm going to get up there?
Yeah. Foot pat and loose. You going to be walking, nigga.
I'm toast.
I just got to try to get to a state where they wouldn't think I would go. And I'll just duck off there until I generate another plan.
Yeah. That's
but I got to get to a state where they know I probably wouldn't have no connections.
I feel like Atlanta is a perfect place just because.
I feel like I could call one person to get me to that state.
Yeah.
Just leave me here. You go handle your business.
Yeah. I think that you can get lost in Atlanta, especially as a black person. You know what I mean? I feel like it's very easy to disappear in Atlanta.
You think so?
Yeah. I definitely do. Niggas just don't move smart. Don't let Atlanta fool you. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Because even here in our city, it's not a big city, bro. And I'm sure everyone kind of feels like that, right? I can go places and I'll see everyone.
Uh-huh.
But niggas don't see me.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there are like, if you move smart, you could be invisible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just like bro that killed Fulio.
Yeah.
Bro, he was out and about. They just now caught him.
Yeah.
And that was like more than a year ago.
Yep.
He didn't leave Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Wow.
They caught him in the hood.
Yeah, I was gonna say that nigga didn't leave the neighborhood.
Like he was on whatchamacallit. He was on Twitter Spaces.
Yeah.
While being on the run, and like they just now caught him, and I was like,
and daring them niggas, hey, come catch me.
Exactly.
Crazy.
I don't get it, man. All right, to you 7 niggas, man. Good luck out there, brothers. All right, let's do real niggas of the week. And they need their ass beat. To you 7 niggas, definitely not real niggas of the week. Y'all tripping.
Yeah, y'all.
Do y'all time to get up out of here. But to send in real niggas of the week, hit us up, mail@ariopodcast.com. That's mail@ariopodcast.com. Or if you one of our people on the Discord, we got a section for real niggas of the week, and they need their ass beats. To hop in the Discord, once again, patreon.com/ariopodcast. Patreon.com/ariopodcast. Sign up for that. And you get Discord access. You get all kind of bonus shit. I'm about to, it'll be up by the time. I had finally saw Sinners last night. I did a watch along the Sinners that's jumping on the Patreon. I will say this, man. Sinners was a really good movie. I love that movie. I was talking with Mike about it before we started recording. He said he won and done with it. I got to see Sinners again, bro. I thought it was a really good movie.
And you gonna go see it again, huh? Okay.
It's a really good movie.
See it again.
There are a lot of points that I feel like people are refusing to talk about, but I respect it.
Like what?
First, let me give credit to Keith. Keith made a really good point.
Okay.
He said that it felt like someone who had just learned like so much of their Black history. And I'm not saying that's the case with Ryan Coogler. What it felt like, though, with the musical scene,
that didn't make any sense.
There was no reason to add that. Let me just say, there were a lot of things that pulled away from the essence of what could have been there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you was calling that shit a musical. I can get a musical vibe from it.
It is literally listed as a musical, bro.
All right, bro.
But for one, like, they're singing and dancing half the movie.
I mean, I think that's how they felt niggas should do.
Shuck and jive.
Nah, that part was
shuck and jive.
I like that part, actually.
It was one scene.
It was creative.
It was one scene with the vampires.
It was done
when the vampires were singing. I was like, all right, bro, this scene going on a little too long.
So Mary trusting them the way that she didn't make sense to me.
That didn't make no sense.
The ending
They
was
didn't
trash.
expound, like, they didn't give us anything for Smoke and Stack's story. The whole storyline of Chicago was 2-3 sentences.
Yeah, I don't think we supposed to know about Chicago, though. I think that's what made it that way.
Well, they
No,
kind of
that
alluded.
Because if you think when they came back, everybody had that fear of them.
Yeah. Well,
I think that's what I like.
The
Somebody
fear
said
was they killed their uncle before they left. That's why they left for Chicago.
Killed
When
their
they
dad.
their dad. When they got up to Chicago,
They got involved in some shit.
they got involved with the mob and them.
They was
And
working with Capone.
there you go. And then I think they took some bread.
They
Came
robbed
back.
somebody. Yeah.
So I get it, but when I say that they didn't tie the story, like, there was a lot into that.
Yeah, but I don't think we were supposed to know. I think that's what made it better. I don't think we were supposed to get that background story on them. I always say,
And I respect that, but here's my thing. Here's why I'm bringing it up. The movie starts with them already having the money to buy this.
Correct.
Everything happened in a day for something that would have taken 3-4 months to put together. Everything happened in a day for something that would have taken 2 weeks to even trust. You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
Get some
Yeah.
understanding even. Hey, we just bought this barn house off this white guy. We don't have
We gonna throw a party
You know what I'm
tonight.
saying?
They ain't signed no paperwork.
It's so many things in that story. Like, just being real. If we're
hey, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm a fan of that one. Like the setting, shit happening in the day. Shit, I like that shit if it's done right.
What you mean?
Because you saying it all happened in one day.
Oh yeah.
I'm a fan of movies who do
love
shit like that.
I love that. But the story wasn't cohesive. There was nothing about that story that was cohesive at all.
How y'all feel about the ending?
The ending to me was
To round out the
unnecessary.
story, it was trash as fuck.
Yeah, the
Let's
ending,
be honest.
Like, what happened with Stacks? Like, did he die?
He died.
Well, he died at
that
old
night.
age, probably.
In old age? Okay.
He probably died at he ain't died that night.
I thought he died that
Oh,
night.
did he die when he was holding the baby?
Yeah, I thought he died that night.
I don't think he died, bro.
Or the day?
Well, the day,
Because he killed them Klan members.
He killed the clan. He got shot.
Right.
But I don't know if he died or not.
I think he died.
He got shot in the stomach, bro. Like, he gonna die from that?
You can, yes, for
He
sure.
can, but I don't know.
Anyway, to me, I get why they tried to put Buddy Guy in there to make the story about the blues, but none of the movie was about the blues.
Well, they did implement the music though.
How many excuses are we gonna give?
Yeah.
I'm just being real. Like,
Delroy killed his role
He did amazing. He
did
get,
amazing
He should
job.
get an Oscar.
all
for
right,
supporting role.
so
Everybody,
peep this.
I think Michael B. Jordan.
I think everyone acted their ass off in the movie.
100%. But I really have an issue with that ending,
My only issue
especially
is in
when
the
we just see
storyline.
old girl just running out of all the vampires. Now, somebody told me on TikTok. Somebody said, no, it makes perfect sense because Stack probably already ran away, but them showing him running away probably would ruin the whole. So they basically saying she was running behind him.
Yeah.
But I'm like, still, all the vampires were what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say attracted. Well, to the one main, because remember
The music, yes.
Smokes girl told him, the vampires could all feel his pain, but they had to be killed individually. How out of all the fucking vampires, she was the one that just up and run away? Then he tells Sam, when Sam 80, 90 years old, Smoke said he'll save my life if I left you alone all these years. I hated that shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
None of it.
I hated that shit.
Even Sam as a child, they made the storyline about his disconnect with his father more than about the music. The nigga literally sang 2 lines.
You think so? I don't think
He
there was
sang
too much
the
about
2
his
lines
disconnect
in the
with his father.
I think that was the premise of his story. It's like, okay, what is it about the music? Like, why do these vampires want the music? Because in that time, especially, I think this is what the story they were trying to tell. Think of how many black parents were afraid for their kids to get into non-secular music.
And then you got to also think too the biblical connection with that too, with Satan being in the music and all. That's what I'm thinking of.
And
I
that's
could be
what I'm
wrong,
saying, yes.
but I think that's where the connection is, because Satan being tied to music, his son going to be mindful of. I think that's what he was more so
But
speaking to.
that's where I'm saying that they didn't tell anything about that story. They made it seem like, hey, the son hates the father because the father is.
Oh, I don't think he hated him at all.
Well, yeah, I don't think so either.
I think he was just like, bro, this is what I love to do. I think it was a typical, my parent is trying to hold me back for something that I truly love.
That's what I mean more than anything.
Yeah.
That there was a disconnect, and it was just a difference in understanding. This is my passion. This is what I want to do, right?
Right.
The father didn't want him hanging with Smoke and Stat because, of course, they killed their father, right?
Nigga, they killed my brother.
Right.
They killed my brother, yeah.
So that's there were a lot of elements that I felt like Sinners could have been
Also,
a 2-part movie.
Also, that didn't make any sense, because, like, let's say this: I'm with my son and he see his cousins and they killed my brother, and that's my first time ever seeing it. Like, nigga, you're not getting in that car. You gonna have to kill me.
You gotta kill. Yes.
You gotta kill me.
Right.
You just let him go.
There are a lot of things to where it's like.
I think that was the fear that they had in them. You got to think all the fear that they had when they came at the town. I'm being serious. You got to think about the fear that the people had of them too when they came back in town.
If I'm just being real here, right? If it was that fearful in that time, them crackers would have killed them as soon as they pulled into the city. If they were that feared during that time, none of them niggas would have been in that motherfucking party. You get what I'm saying?
I think they would have had I think that was their plan though. Their plan was to let them get you got to think, he circled back. The white man with his clan members. Mm-hmm. I think that was his original plan. I don't think his plan was to let them, like, oh, we're not going to sell it to them. We're not going to get the bread.
Right.
I think that was the original plan, to let them get comfortable, have their little party. Because remember, they were
talking about the niggas. Why? All right.
The niggas were scared of them. That's what I'm saying. The niggas were scared of them.
Why would I leave the comfort of my home, walk to this barn that I know you done bought from a clan member?
I'm just talking about in terms of, as far as trying them.
No.
Nobody was going to try them.
I'm with you there, but what I'm saying is...
But they can still go parlay with them.
How they pulled those people does not make sense.
It makes perfect sense to me.
I get it. I mean...
Because then you got to think, they also got Delroy. I can't remember his character's name. They also got Delroy to go play for them.
Right.
So he gained people to come fuck with them too.
I mean, yeah, he was just an alcoholic. And they just gave him $40 and all the beer.
They finessed every person that was
hella
involved.
bread.
Because that made no sense. Because Delroy Lindo character made a perfect sense. He was like, your shit just gonna be here one time for the night.
I consistently get what was it, $20 or something like that? 15?
It was 20. He said 20, and he get all the liquor he wants.
Or 20 and all the liquor he wants.
They're like, bro, you just give me $40. You give me 500 beers, but like, nigga, I still getting $20 going
consistently. Yes.
Like
you just came back from some crazy shit in Chicago.
Well, guess what he chose though?
Right, because it's a movie that didn't have a great, like, and this is just me being honest. It wasn't the best storyline. There were a lot of disconnects in it. So just as much as you said you love that musical part, right?
I like the musical part.
That shit lasted 3 minutes.
How long was it supposed to last?
Why were there no elements tied back into that? It just randomly appears that you got niggas from 2025 and 1970 in the same fucking room. And then on top of that...
But you got to think about how it was built up, though. It didn't just jump into that scene. It built up off Sam playing. It didn't just jump into that scene.
It built up... Hold up.
Then it circled to Remick.
if you're
Remick
saying
watching from the road, oh shit, like
so
I need Sam.
Here's why I say that it didn't make sense. One, they tried to use the whole voodoo black magic to make that make sense.
Correct.
They just talked about it. They didn't do anything with the voodoo black magic. What did the bag supposed to do? It didn't save anyone.
I got you.
You get what I'm saying?
You got
All
a
right.
point.
So that whole witchcraft shit should have either been taken out or played into everything. Hey, we do this. Let's just say I drop this into the spirit, into the drink.
Right.
And now everyone can have this multi-generational transcending experience, right? Let's say that, hey, we bless the dance floor before the party. Now it starts to make a little bit more sense, right? I get what you're saying when you're saying Remnick looking from outside in and it's, hey, I need that, right? Would that same essence not have been felt if the vibe was Idlewild?
Yeah, I think if that was the storyline that Ryan was going with, he would have had that same vision.
Right. So where I'm saying that the storyline really didn't make sense.
You saying we didn't need the different eras. That's what you're saying.
We didn't need the different eras. We really, if you're not going to do anything with the hoodoo magic, you shouldn't have even added it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that the way that they were trying to like use them singing outside of the house didn't make any sense. You singing outside while we're inside clubbing, why would I come out and care?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And the part when I don't know bro name 10 Freaky Girls.
Cornbread.
Yeah.
Dude, when that nigga got like, why did he get killed like that? That nigga was pissing for 20 minutes. And
Bro,
the nigga went deep in the woods to piss. Bro, go on the side to piss, and knowing that there's some vampires
Bro,
out
the
there.
nigga Devin posted like a little animated version of what really happened. And it was like, oh, what Cornbread was doing, and he was rapping the scene from 8 Mile.
That's funny.
That's freaking 10 freaking girls. Bro, that shit had me dying laughing, bro. I said, oh no, the internet crazy, but
Now,
like
look.
I said, I gave it an 8 out of 10.
It's cinematically, 10
It was shot perfectly. Yeah, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10 cinematically. As far as the storyline goes, if we're being real, I probably would give it like a 6 or a 7, honestly. And the only reason I
will
say that,
Blacks would have gassed it 100%. It's not a 10 out of 10.
they gassed it.
It's not a 10 out of 10, bro.
We have not talked about any points of this movie on social media.
Bro, I think they wanted it to really have a deeper meaning than what it. Like, bro,
You can
I
tell.
hate to compare, but I gotta bring this up, bro. Is that movie better than Get Out?
No.
It's not.
From a meaning standpoint, how it was shot,
it's
all
not.
that.
No.
Get Out was cohesive.
And Get Out had a real deep meaning to it, right?
Yeah.
Get Out
How the
was
fuck-
cohesive.
People were saying that Sinners clears Get. I'm like, bro, the messaging is not nowhere near the same level.
There was no messaging.
That's how I feel too. It really wasn't no real message. It was a vampire movie
Now,
with
peep
some
this.
forceful, trying to
Peep
have some
this.
forceful meaning.
The opportunity.
Get Out is a 10 out of 10
Yeah,
movie.
Think this.
niggas calling Sinners the best black horror movie ever. I like.
No, hell no. Get Out clears that movie easily.
Well, for one, we just I'm not even gonna get into that. Let me say this.
Get Out is a 10 out of 10. Sinners
sure.
is not a 10 out of 10, bro.
I think that we want so badly for Ryan Coogler to succeed because he is
Who he is.
right.
He's a great director.
He's a fucking phenomenal director.
Phenomenal. Him and Michael B. Jordan come together and they do great shit.
They do.
And I think this is a top
And
3 role
I don't
for
even
Michael B.
think that
Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan is that great of an actor.
Nah, this might be his top
This
3
one?
role.
Oh my
to
god!
do a twin role at that too?
Oh my god, bro!
Yeah, it's not easy.
He acted his
His ass
motherfucking
off. Yeah,
ass
he
off.
did.
I feel like Michael B. Jordan was weak. He getting better and better.
He's
He
getting
definitely
better.
is.
Yeah,
Now,
he's
that's-
getting better.
that's the
He's getting
best
better.
way
I
to-
respect
yeah.
that. You could tell he like actually like honing his craft.
100%.
Right.
Because
I don't think Jonathan Majors is that great of an actor. Like, just being real, I think he's.
I haven't seen enough with him.
I think
haven't
he's
seen
good
enough
in
either.
certain roles, but
Michael is definitely
He's been-
expanding his wings.
Yes.
He could definitely tap into some more roles now after
Jonathan
this.
Majors has been the same character essentially in everything he's done.
And Michael
With
B.
the
Jordan
different
low key was starting to get somewhat typecasted.
Yes.
Yeah.
But with this role right here, to do a twin role is insane.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
dope.
Insane,
Yeah.
bro. He
And he
bodied
killed
that
it,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah, he bodied that
But-
shit.
The opportunity that they missed if they wanted to make it deep and about music and all of that. Why does Remnick have
no ownership over Sam's music in the end, because that's what ended up happening with white, that folk music, hearing the blues and how it transitioned over
But you gotta
time in
remember,
the country.
this a vampire movie though.
So
Remnick, he killed him.
hold up.
He killed him.
What you mean?
He killed Remnick.
Yeah, they do. But I mean, even what I'm getting at,
If anything, it would be Stack having some type of control over Sam.
That's where again I'm saying.
He even offered him an opportunity. He's like, bro, you could try forever.
They weren't using it as the devil. The Robert Johnson story would have been the better route to go if you're gonna add Buddy. Just being real.
So you don't think we should have had that ending with Sam at the club, 80 years old playing?
Not at all. What did it do? What did it serve?
Nigga.
I have a problem with that. I have a problem with Smoke should have killed Stack, period. That's all I'm saying. Smoke should have killed Stack. You don't keep your devil-possessed brother alive. I understand your emotion, like his emotions are running. That's not your brother, though.
Right.
That's not your brother no more. Even his girl said it. Like, bro, that's not your brother.
But think this, though. At the end of the movie, he wasn't different. The only difference he had was time.
He had no coochie sweat.
Right. The only difference was time.
Age. Yeah,
No. What I'm saying is his demeanor was the same.
Oh, it's still the same. Yeah, for sure.
As when his brother was alive. So what I'm saying is,
I get what you're saying now. But he's still not. That's still not his brother, though.
no, I'm with you. So that's where I say the movie just did not make, like, there are a lot of points that didn't make sense. So these vampires, when they took over that night, right? They were hell bent on killing any and everything moving.
Right.
These niggas done survived, what, 80 years now?
Yeah.
And we're just gonna walk in the bar and congratulate Sam and go about our day?
That's the only thing I was confused because it wasn't like they was trying to recruit like Remnant was.
There was nothing.
I think they just wanted to vibe out for 80-something years.
I mean, they told him, they were like, hey, you about to die soon. You want to convert over?
You want to convert? And Sam was like, nah.
I would have been like, nigga, why you didn't do this when I was 40 or some shit like that? Why you? I want to be 80 years old.
Yeah.
Why you didn't pull up on me when I was 40, nigga?
Like I say, man, I think that the movie definitely has some plot holes.
But it definitely was. And I was excited for it to be a 10 out of 10. I was.
Joe, you saying that ending shouldn't have happened at that. The way it actually ended before them credits hit, they had to do that ending. I feel like they probably did that like later on and like after they did the movie. Yeah. If it would have ended how it ended for real,
right. Niggas would have been mad.
Niggas would have been mad. They
had
to add that bar.
So you said they had to add. You didn't like the original ending with him just playing at the bar.
All right, bro. Like nigga just playing with a baby and like. No, I like the bar part. I didn't like when he was driving off. The credits ended when he was driving off.
Yeah.
Right.
When his dad told him to put the guitar down.
Right.
He just left the church.
Yeah.
And the movie technically ended then.
Yeah.
Right.
The shit with the bar is like post-credit shit, like on some Marvel shit. I feel like they had to do that part.
Because you felt like niggas were like, no, what type of ending is this?
Yeah.
All right.
That's where I feel like.
I hated that.
That's where I feel like when it came to the bar, there was no messaging.
You think they should have killed him?
There was no messaging. There was nothing that tied
did that
anything into the movie.
I feel you.
Ownership in music. Like that's what I thought the movie could have been about. Hey, I want your sound.
Remnick wanted his sound. He wanted his
stole black music. That would have been the story. If I'm telling it, that's a horror story.
With vampires, yeah, it makes sense.
That's a horror story. Why is there so much music added? Why are we talking about how black culture has transitioned over these generations if we're not talking about the importance of the music?
Right. I get what you're saying.
This was literally
a layer. So you saying even with them doing that scene, you got to implement that type of ending.
Man, this was a movie about Remnick having some lust for a nigga's sound.
I think Ryan Coogler probably needed a little help on it. I bet Jordan Peele watched the movie and said they should have let me do this shit.
He probably was like,
based off of what he just said. Yeah. What's buddy name? We just said his name.
Jordan Peele.
He's thinking about Get Out. Oh yeah, I could take that and do that
100%.
Because he did it with Get Out.
I mean, bro,
he did that messaging with Get Out.
Also, Jordan Peele trick niggas. He won for 3. Nope is ass.
Nope is ass.
Terrible.
I didn't see it.
And
terrible.
what was the second one?
Us.
Us, yeah.
I like Us.
I didn't watch Us. I didn't watch Us because
Us wasn't good.
So he's 1 out of 3.
I think he's 1 out of 3.
All right.
I think Jordan.
And I'm not going to see that football one.
See, I'm gonna say this.
I'm gonna watch it just because it got Marlon in it. I'm intrigued by it.
Yeah.
You know who I think that
it's gonna
character
be
is
as weird
not
as possible.
about, but it looks like it's about.
Russell Wilson.
No, Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes.
Really?
Yeah. Patrick Mahomes, 100%. Because he always gets that signal of. We see it on Twitter all the time.
People
This
literally
motherfucker be putting him next to the devil and all kind of shit.
People
Soul to
literally be
soul.
calling Patrick Mahomes the devil.
Yeah.
wow.
And the guy looks like
I never saw that. Yeah.
kind of look like
And Patrick Mahomes was on some shit talking about some. I don't know why you guys let me have that nappy hair for all them years. I was like, what are you talking about?
You didn't have nappy hair, bro.
Yeah, he said that a couple weeks ago because he cut his hair off. He said, why you guys let me have that nappy hair?
See, that's
crazy.
And Patrick
That's
Mahomes
crazy.
don't ever tweet.
And see, that's why I don't accept everyone.
Yeah, I knew he was about to bring that shit out. Yeah.
I mean, I'm strict, bro. I'm strict. I don't give
feel
a
you,
fuck.
bro.
Fuck them crackers. But bullshit. Bullshit aside, I do think it was a missed opportunity there as far as what the actual messaging could have been about with Sinners. We have probably the best opportunity to create a black horror story, and no one's hit the mark yet.
Yeah.
Get Out was probably our best. I mean, top best.
I respect Jordan Peele for at least trying.
100%.
And I respect Ryan Coogler trying. Now, Us, I didn't really like Us, but I respect it.
Us was good.
Now, Nope, I didn't like Nope because Nope was just too.
It's all over the place.
It was too much going on.
It's all over the place. It's all over the place.
It was too psychological.
Yes, and you could, for the longest, you couldn't even tell
You couldn't pinpoint nothing.
what it was like, what was killing people or whatever.
I shouldn't have to watch a movie and I got to go on Reddit after I get done doing the movie.
Okay, I got you.
Now, I ain't even gonna go back into it.
And I'm a hypocrite because one of my favorite movies ever is American Psycho. And that ending doesn't make any sense.
I haven't seen American Psycho, but I've seen a lot about it lately, and I think I'm gonna go back and check it out.
It's a classic movie. I think I got the movie poster somewhere.
Yeah,
it might be in somewhere. Bro, that movie, the ending literally doesn't make any sense. But it's a good movie.
Right.
It's one of the movies where you figure it out. All right, let's do Real Niggas Week because I don't know if y'all hear it. It's the Mexican people.
Fiesta.
They're going crazy. And we'll just run through these Real Niggas Week. They need their ass beats real quick. First one, Jaguars. They announced their schedule. And hometown hero, man, the Duval legend, Ashton Hall.
Oh, he's from Jacksonville.
Yeah, he's from Jacksonville.
Oh, okay.
He went to school with my brother.
All right,
That's crazy still.
Yeah. It's crazy, cat. This nigga, my brother.
How old that nigga is?
Well, my brother, 20. Well, how old is my brother? 28.
28,
So he nigga got to be like 28.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And
I mean, big salute to bro.
40.
Yeah, he definitely
That's
does.
why I'm thinking this nigga like 40 or something.
That nigga looked like the dog that used to sit outside Tom and Jerry house.
Yeah, the nigga, if somebody say, oh, the nigga went to school with like me or Joe, me and Joe, he looked like it, yeah. But he went to school with my brother, and I'm 7 years older than my brother, so yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah, he was in the Jaguar.
That's crazy,
I salute
bro.
him, bro. He got it.
He definitely looked like he graduated around our time.
See, I'm gonna be honest. I can't stand this content, but it's just so fucking corny to me. But I mean, salute.
I salute it because I feel like the
Jaguars took opportunity.
It was a layup.
It was a layup.
That was the easiest thing. But like he
we ain't got to watch the full thing, bro.
It was a perfect layup, though. It was.
I just thought it was dope that they got him.
Yeah, they got the hometown.
He from the city.
He from the city, yeah.
And he's popping right now, so it makes sense. I love the look. Like I said, I just personally, I can't support him, like following him and shit, because I cannot stand that content.
Yeah, I can't stand that content, but I salute dog.
It's not genuine.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I just salute him because of that. Also, I don't know if y'all niggas fuck with it heavy. I love when the NFL announce their schedules. I like that shit. How like
you like it or you don't?
I like it.
I like it. I think
it's cool.
They need to do it early in the day, bro. We be getting leaks.
Yeah, they do.
We be getting a whole Thursday night schedule the same day, bro. I'm like, all right, bro. Like 6 p.m. roll around, there's really no benefit.
Yeah, I feel like Jaguars always have amazing one.
We dropped the fucking ball this year.
What was y'all's?
It was like giving up secrets. Each player was giving up a secret about themselves until we finally released the schedule. That was weak. We done better. The only team I can say always kill this shit is the Chargers.
Yeah,
the Chargers always kill they shit. Last year they did anime. This year they did like some video game Minecraft type shit.
Okay.
Oh, the Bills did a good one.
Yeah, the
Josh
Bills,
Allen with the AI shit.
yeah.
That was hard. I ain't gonna front. That was dope.
brilliant.
That was brilliant. That was brilliant.
Philly dropped the ball there.
Yeah, I'm like, how the fuck y'all let the Bills get Allen Iverson? Like, nigga, I don't get it.
Hey man, what's this? Oh, not this one, but the next one.
Real Yakub of the week.
Real Yaku.
Brock Purdy.
Salute.
Come on, bro. He don't deserve this contract.
I was gonna say, I don't
Mr.
know.
Irrelevant.
His agent too. His agent, Real Yakub of the week. I don't know how they pulled this off, but this shouldn't be happening. But fuck it, if you get the money.
But you got to think, his agent probably ain't had no big names. He's Mr. Irrelevant, so his agent definitely had to come up.
Bro, bro. He deserved it just off him getting to a Super Bowl
100%.
and going to 2 NFC championships. And bro, he was making like practice squad money.
Was it what was it like 290 or something like that? K or something like that?
They said it was so low he had to have a roommate.
That's crazy.
I remember him talking about having a roommate. I don't think he had to, but he probably did. You living in San Francisco, you got it.
Yeah, shit, you got it.
Yeah. But nice
him.
come up.
I just salute him for getting this contract. He's one of the highest paid per year, and this is nasty.
I'm not mad at it because Tua at 53. So if he got 53, I know Brock was like, bro, I could get 53.
Now look at
Nigga,
Jordan
Dak
Love.
Prescott got 60.
Come on, bro.
I fuck with Jordan Love. I'm
Jordan
sorry.
Love shouldn't be getting the same amount as the MVP.
That's crazy.
But you know why the market is like that though? Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, definitely.
Kirk Cousins always we complain about Kirk Cousins, but he always got with the market.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, Jordan Love essentially shouldn't be getting the same as Josh Allen and Joe Burrow, but
and Massage Man fucked it up too.
Yeah. Very
he
true.
did.
Very true.
But also Josh Allen, he technically get paid more than all these.
Yeah, this is
his
the per
his
year.
is full guarantee.
Yeah.
What's his guarantees? Like 280 or something like that guaranteed?
I think it's like 260 something.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
it's
he got
260.
crazy
Yeah,
guarantees.
it's fully guaranteed.
Because I remember Lamar guarantees was like 185 or 180.
All right, now Lamar Jackson, if you watching this, bro, you gotta redo his contract this year.
He should be getting 65 a year. Him and Josh.
They need to do it now because they all right. So they need to do it now because let's say Lamar goes to the Super Bowl.
Right.
They're gonna have to pay him. He got two MVPs.
Yeah.
If he go to the Super Bowl, they're gonna have to pay him like $75 million a year.
You think so? 75?
I think about
Easy.
75, 65.
Easy.
They need to do it now before he get to that point.
So Lamar Jackson win another MVP, win a Super Bowl.
I think he just need to go to the Super Bowl.
And that jumps into 75 a year?
I think so. I think so. Lamar has
I
done
say 70.
Lamar has done everything.
Okay, 75.
Because Dak is at
70,
60.
70, 65.
It ain't 65.
You don't think 65?
65 ain't gonna get it done for Lamar in a renegotiate.
70.
66, 70. Range.
Nah, I'm gonna tell y'all what.
Because
Looking
you
at
gotta
these
think,
numbers,
sometimes when the news high come, they jump that shit kind of high.
bro. Looking at these numbers, if Dak Prescott is getting 60 M's, if Lamar goes to the Super
70.
Bowl, bro, 70 is the start of our conversation.
and it gotta be
I'm
full.
trying to push you 73.
Because you gotta think, even at receiver position, they thought Jamar was crazy last year asking for 40, and he got 40.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
When the next highest is what, 35, 34?
Yeah, maybe. I would
And at
say,
the QB position, that number going to jump at least 5 to 10 mil.
bro.
So yeah,
every
70.
year, damn near.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what
gonna be
we're
70.
seeing.
Yeah, it's gonna be 70.
Yeah, you got it. And also, yeah.
Man, if I take them niggas to the Super Bowl, 2 MVPs, and my consistency,
Even if you don't win
bro.
the Super Bowl, 70.
Even if you don't win,
Yeah, he got 2 MVPs, bro. Yeah, you got to give it to him.
and not just that, the nigga is like the man on his team.
Correct.
They got Derrick Henry, but bruh is making plays making unbelievable plays every game.
I fuck with y'all boy, but he got to be way better than that number.
Lamar? Yeah.
No, I'm talking about Trevor Lawrence.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I
no,
mean,
no. Trevor,
He's not playing to that number.
Trevor's not.
He's
Yeah.
not. He's not. I'll admit that.
Yeah.
If this got to be the year. And I don't think Trevor's contract even kicked in yet. I think he kicked in this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, he definitely doesn't. Not, bro. Trevor Lawrence should not be getting the same amount as the fucking MVP.
No.
And also, I don't think we put this into consideration. We're gonna move on. CJ Stroud contract coming up too. Lamar need to play off that also.
Yeah.
Because I think
CJ Stroud finna get a bag.
I think CJ gonna get 60.
CJ gonna get a bag easy.
And Lamar
62 probably.
And Lamar need to get paid more than CJ.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Lamar about to get paid, and this is gonna be his second.
The Texans need to get that done as soon as they can. But CJ got to play it smart too. He don't want to jump out the gates too early neither.
They got to do it. I'm gonna be honest.
Because if he has like he kind of took a step back, but if he performs, he might not want to snatch that first contract they offer.
Yeah, because last year was the second year. He didn't play that good.
Exactly.
He was
so what I'm saying, if he go crazy this year, he don't need to jump at the first contract they offer.
You're right. Hey, man.
But it would benefit the Texas too, of course.
Yeah, y'all niggas got some work to do, man. Skip through some of these.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got Travis Hunter, man. He had a good interaction with a young lady on the airport. This is somebody's grandmother, so I'm gonna show her some respect.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just real polite to her, man. They had a good conversation. She had a
that's what's up. Salute Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
I do one of these. Oh, shout out Shiloh.
Yeah, for sure. Big shout out.
Shout out to
with
Shiloh.
the Buccaneers, man. Salute to him on that. And I think that's all mine. I'll wait on the other ones. All right, this one you, Joe.
We got this senior in high school. So he saw 3 girls were drowning in a car crash in the river. And he dove in, saved the girls. Officers showed up, and they immediately started trying to help. And one of the officers ended up drowning himself.
Damn.
Like, submerging. And he turned back, swam out, and saved him as well. So he saved 4 people.
So he saved all. He saved
4.
the cop.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And the 3 girls.
So they was able to get the cop back.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I don't know if he had actually drowned, but he started to sink. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he was struggling. He wouldn't have made it. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, man. Salute that brother.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, I forgot one more real nigga of the week. Shout out Paperwork Sam. He graduated college.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Paperwork.
I feel like Paperwork Sam been in college since we started this podcast, but we're not gonna do that. But salute you finally graduating, good brother.
Hey man, stop scamming them insurance folks, man. Put that cane down.
All right, Mike, you got a real nigga of the week?
I pretty much covered all of them, honestly. Right. So no, I don't really got. I'm
gonna do this one from King, man. Somebody did.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
They tried this dude. He pranked his girlfriend grandmother, and he was pretending like he was cheating.
Why you keep calling me? I told you I gotta wait till she sleep tonight. Girl. Okay, look, I miss you. I'm gonna see you tonight. Come on now. You know I love you.
Hey man,
all right, here goes Shay. All right, look, bye. Hey, don't tell her what's going on in here. Are you ready?
Yeah. I was looking out the window. I seen you on the phone.
Who was that? No one on the phone, nobody.
Yes, you was. I saw it on the phone.
No, I wouldn't.
Grandma, when he on the phone?
Yeah, I don't pay no attention.
I saw him though. He was on that phone.
Man, you didn't see nothing. I wasn't on the phone.
Oh, Grandma, so you acting like you don't know?
Yeah, I don't know what be going on.
He was on the phone. You was right here by him.
Girl, I wasn't on the phone.
Grandma, who was on the phone? So is your loyalty to him or me? Huh? Wasn't he on the phone?
No, I didn't see him.
You sticking beside him, Grandma? Yeah. And I'm your blood?
He I ain't
wasn't on the phone.
I don't know what's going on.
Grandma, who was he on the phone with?
He done gave Grandma some sugar.
What was said?
Chill, bro.
I don't know.
Grandma.
Say I don't know.
Why she
Whose
holding it
side
down
you
like
getting
this?
on? I seen him. I was looking out the window.
Man, you just seeing stuff. Is you
No,
all right?
I'm not.
Is you okay? Relax. Leave your grandma alone.
No, she got something to tell me.
No, I ain't got nothing to tell you.
You know I wasn't on no phone because I wasn't on no phone.
I don't know who he talking. This wasn't on no phone, no way. He just picked it up and hold it in his hand.
And
Fit
saying, baby.
like this. I wasn't saying nothing.
And he told you not to say nothing, grandma. See, this was you is not my grandma for real. This was a prank. You hold your loyalty to Chris.
Hey, I told you.
That's crazy,
Chris
bro.
don't put that sugar on grandma.
Nah, you gotta chill, bro. That's nasty. That's wild as hell.
He done put them lips on grandma.
Cause I know my grandma, she would help like one of me and my siblings out. But he got his grandma helping him cheat on it. Well, that don't make no sense.
Hey, real quick, that tweet had me crying the other day, bro.
Which one?
Dre, you cool and I fuck with poor eyes, but you just that shit was hilarious, bro. That shit had me crying.
This one from Faye. He got his brother. He had tweeted Dre from Poor Mind.
I gotta get on that pod one day, man.
She said, "I feel like every nigga want to get on that podcast. I'm just gonna bark for 2 hours if I ever get on that podcast."
I'm gonna whip my meat out. So I'll be off the set.
Drea, she tweeted, "A lot of men on this app be losers. A lot of women be on this app be losers. The big kind." This nigga tweeted, he said, "Dre, you cool when I fuck with the poor minds, but you was just tweeting like a loser the other day talking about Apple Watches, laughing my ass off." She had
What she was saying?
She's saying you shouldn't be customizing the Apple Watch and wearing it out to dinner.
Yeah, she said take that gold band off our Apple Watch.
Take that gold band off the Apple Watch.
Man, these hoes.
And hold up, Talladega Nights, I gotta call you out, brother. This nigga Talladega Nights gonna tell me something, "Oh, I did it as an accident." He put this shit talking about some new court documents reveal Cassie's husband FaceTimed her while she was in the middle of having sex with Diddy. Who is the real nigga in this situation?
Man.
Why was this submitted?
I don't know.
Bro, that shit was actually in the thread I'm following. That shit was in there.
Yeah, that man a cup.
That actually happened.
Yeah, that man a cup.
Both of them.
Yeah. She was still doing freak offs while she was married with him.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's insane.
I mean,
so I'm thinking, they wasn't married yet, but they was together.
No, all right, while they was having sex, she was with him. They were dating.
But
they revealed, they're going crazy out there. They revealed that she was still doing freak offs while they were married.
And he was still called.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that happened while they was just like getting to know each other dating. So this happened while they was married.
No, this happened while
I was talking about the FaceTime.
Yeah, that happened while they were dating.
Yeah.
While they were dating, not married.
But she was doing freak offs while they were married. And she was texting Diddy that she missed him while they were married also. But she was doing freak offs.
All right, so when I was reading that thread, that's why I was confused about the timeline. So the FaceTime happened while they was dating, but she was still doing freak offs while they was married.
Yeah.
Real quick,
That's
I'm gonna
crazy,
say
bro.
this about this situation. Women do shit and then play the victim because they're ashamed of their actions.
Yeah.
She need to have some accountability.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna say my thoughts for my party. Y'all hear my thoughts on this on Monday.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And I will say this. I think the reason why she was texting him, she was missing him, is she had Stockholm syndrome. He was abusing her.
Yes.
It was a victim standpoint, but to be married and still participating in freak offs, that's deplorable.
Hold on. Are we gonna skip over the fact that she herself said she wanted the freak offs?
Yeah. No. Okay. Hold on, Joseph. The freak offs is another thing. I had more Diddy ass because he was beating her ass.
I'm with you. But the reason the freak offs is a huge thing is because of the abuse started with the freak offs.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to justify Diddy doing none of that shit.
I feel like even the husband is in the wrong too.
He definitely all parties involved.
Yeah, all parties
but
involved.
it to me it comes off like she was fine with some things. Some things probably were kinky.
Yeah.
She said, "Hey, I'm okay if we push these limits." Diddy got comfortable and then went too far. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's what I believe happened. I'm not saying that he wasn't a monster the entire time, right?
He's definitely a monster.
But to hear Cassie say that she wanted to freak offs, that she threatened to kill somebody, that she did all of the same actions that she is
that she just sued Diddy for?
Yeah.
That was disheartening.
Yeah. I felt real bad when I found out that she was still participating in shit.
Yes.
While being with this dude.
It's like, yo, you are just as bad, if not worse, because you did it to a completely innocent man who has absolutely nothing, you know what I'm saying, to do with this.
And this dude, he's just getting embarrassed. I felt bad for him.
Man, yeah. It's an unfortunate situation for sure.
He on some cuck vibes. The fact that his like...
He just wanted a pretty black woman. That's it. Man, I seen the chick look just like her last night. I ain't gonna hold you.
Cassie? Mm-hmm. Oh, you one of them niggas, you can find a Ruby Rose in
No. I ain't saying that. I ain't saying that. She looked like her in the face.
Boy, that shit Twitter into a frenzy when a nigga said that.
She looked like old girl in the face. And I mean, money makes you as beautiful as these celebrities. You know
Y'all got
a
Ruby Rose in Jacksonville?
We do?
I'm asking. I'm ruffling the feathers. That's it.
I ain't seen no Ruby Rose. Fuck no.
I mean, we got some fine shit in there.
We definitely got fine shit.
Ruby Rose.
Nah, fuck no.
All our fine.
Ruby Rose, fine, pretty feet, thick as a motherfucker, freaked out.
She got nice proportionate.
Yeah, Ruby Rose is one of them. You don't come across.
She don't even got the fitness.
Ruby Rose, one of them hoes. You say, I'ma date you.
Yeah, I don't care how much of a hoe you are. Yeah. When T.I. made Freak
Well, as long as you ain't Cassie. I'm sorry. Let's continue.
All right, bro.
I plead the fifth. I'm just playing.
Oh my God.
They need their ass beats, man. I got this man, Chris Brown. I think this is the only one I'm gonna do this week.
Yeah.
But Chris Brown, bro, you tripping.
He's an idiot.
I feel like he finally got his 18th pass. Mm-hmm. They were like, oh man, Chris Brown finally got the Grammy. He about to do a stadium tour.
So I'm
confused. Finally fixing his life, and he just do some dumbass shit where he get an assault charge. And now he's not getting out of jail till June 13th, and that tour is done.
So I'm confused. Did this happen last year, or did this happen
2 years ago?
So how the fuck was he over there anyway?
So they granted his visa approval.
Okay.
To arrest him.
So he had no choice.
Well, I'm sure they booked the dates there, and that was the dumb part.
Oh, So he had a tour date out there.
Yeah.
I thought he had to go get arrested over there.
No, because think this. That's the same shit that happened to ASAP. There was another artist a few years ago that had a lawsuit somewhere pulled up and they arrested him on the spot. These artists are idiots.
This is stupid.
If I had a lingering legal
I'm not
case,
going to that country.
To be honest, what Chris Brown should have did, he should have did the American part of his tour first, and then he should have probably did the UK later on. If you felt kind of like you had some sketchy shit going on. At least get your American money
because
first.
Chief never went back to Chicago, and I know he got hella warrants.
He just
over
went
there.
back. He went back last year.
For the longest he wasn't
in Chicago.
I mean, this is
that's
grade A stupid.
Yeah, this is just
June 13th. That's crazy. That's my birthday too.
Am I old? And so speaking of Chicago, am I over whooping it? Nah. Is this Chris Brown done right?
Nah.
I feel like we done gave him 30,000 chances.
Nah, I don't think so.
Stopping a bottle across somebody's head ain't gonna do him. No.
All right, because everybody like, damn, he finally got over everything.
They still gonna show it to them tours.
They're like, he did I mean, he can't. The tour is about to be fucked up.
Yeah, my whole thing.
He ain't gonna be done.
He's not, because we as a society are stupid. But
all right, I'll go with it.
Yeah, I don't think he's done.
He ain't done, bro. He ain't done.
All right.
Yeah. Going back to the Cassie case. This nigga needs his ass beat. This was crazy.
Oh, you talking about who?
T-Rail. Yeah.
Was there with her? He said.
One time you was at the house.
I was at the house, but I didn't see nothing of that shit going on because I'd have been in that motherfucker going crazy.
I mean, you never. What?
There you go. Freak off, Bob. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm missing the nigga's mouth. Missing the nigga's mouth.
When they did that, I was crying. I was like, why would they say? Why would this nigga say that? And the way that
they let's get up out of here, man.
Yeah, I'm out of here.
All right. This nigga say he pissing niggas' mouths.
He want to get up now,
man. What did go wrong? Y'all smash the like button, man.
First y'all to get up, man. We up out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all go ahead and download Prize Picks right.
That's the shit I'm talking about, bro.
Yeah, that's
saying shit that.
Yeah, that was.
He probably meant that though.
I think he definitely
meant that.
I definitely think he meant that.
Why you got it? They need their ass beat.
They need their ass. Who would I need their ass beat?
Who wants some fuck shit?
No, but I do got somebody on the clock though that got to perform this year.
Cool.
And that's Xavier Legette for my Panthers. Because he's been on a hell of a promo run in the offseason. This nigga got to give me at least 10 touchdowns, 1,300 yards. Yeah, I need that.
Keep dreaming.
He got a pivot because
hell yeah, bro. You see all this media coverage he been getting? NFL been posting this nigga.
But like I say, bro.
They made him a mascot.
Like
what you was about to say?
They take little shit that they can accentuate about black culture and throw that shit through the moon. Throw that shit through the moon.
Bro.
This nigga,
he love them horses though,
bruh. I mean, I'm sure he's country at heart, but there's definitely somebody saying, "Hey, let's put a little extra on it."
Yeah,
the way he talks, everything. He wasn't talking like that in college. Nah, he talking like this. You got what I'm saying? No, he's saying,
hey man, once a white person call you a wonder of the world, it's just done.
Yeah.
Once they labeled that, it's done for that man. I think he'll be all right. He just got to pivot, man. But they're making him like a clown. They're making him like Foghorn Leghorn out there, bro. He gotta. When they literally, whether y'all win or lose, they go straight to the locker room and see what country ass shit you eating.
Yeah.
They're like, you got that. They're like, let us taste that raccoon. Like,
yeah. And I mean, they're literally parading him around to do that everywhere he goes. Everywhere he goes. So I do think that in the black culture, we got some people that are orchestrating some of the stardom that we're seeing from a lot of people. But I mean, that's not nothing new. They've been saying that shit since fucking Malcolm X days.
Yeah, he just got to pivot, man. He just got to like let them not make a fool out of himself.
Civil rights, rather.
Yeah, man. He'll be all right. He just got to like. It depends on what his representation do. He should get the same representation as like Jameis Winston. Cause Jameis Winston, he be on some buffoonery shit here and there, but he get bags off his buffoonery.
He does, but he gets bags because he goes to white places and acts a coon. I can't stand supporting him.
Well, shout out to the FSU legend. Man, fuck you, man. Fuck you. You hating on FSU.
Can I throw you a W? Let me throw you a W.
That they sound just like Jameis. That's crazy.
You a hater, man. We go ahead and end it, man. This is another episode of Random Ass Podcast. Man, fuck you. I'm editing all this up. Mike, man, we appreciate you coming back down.
Mike, you get you a W.
I'm getting that W when we play y'all week 1.
All right, let's stop. All right, let's not get carried away. All right,
let's go.
Yeah, this episode's over. Promote your stuff, man. We kicking him out. Like,
Follow I'm Not Repeating Myself Podcast on Instagram. I'm Not Repeating Myself Pod. I'm Not Repeating Myself Pod on TikTok. Follow me on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud. What else I'm missing? On Spotify too.
Man, all that shit.
My Instagram, Old Mike Lowry with 3 A's on Instagram, on Twitter. I'm Not Repeating Myself on Twitter. And yeah, thank y'all, man. Appreciate it.
We appreciate you, brother.
Hey,
3-hour fucking episode.
3 hours?
For real?
Wasn't supposed to be that long. Either way, man. This been another episode of Random Ass Podcast. With all that said, we out.
Dang.
Don't ask for shit, niggas.